AVC Sports presents high school football. Tonight's game is
turn
brought
me
to
up-
you
turn
by
me up just
Patrons
a hair,
Buckeye
too.
Mutual Insurance, Doan Ford,
Check. One, two.
WB Green Insurance,
Okay, thank you.
West 40 Auto Sales, People's
problem.
Bank, WVU Medicine, Barnesville Hospital, Hissub's
What is
Service
the
Center, Barnesville
of the
Dairy
station
Queen,
we're on
and
YouTube?
Flag Floors.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Barnesville High School, where tonight we have a rare Thursday night encounter as the Barnesville Shamrocks, with a 4-0 record, will host River, who is 2-1. River had to cancel a game a couple weeks ago because of an outbreak of an illness on the team, and that is why they've only got 3 games played, and they've won 2 of those. And also, Barnesville, as we said, undefeated right now. And this is a great matchup. I'm Mark Brown with Jeff Stevens tonight. And Jeff, this game last year was quite a game for both these teams. They both come in undefeated, and I believe I remember right, during the regular season, it was River's only loss, and Barnesville went undefeated.
Yeah, it was a great early season matchup there, or it was a week 5 midseason matchup, and Barnesville really took care of business. Really helped spring them to that 10-0 regular season that the Shamrocks had last year. But River had a very good team, and they made a deep run into the Division 7 postseason playoffs.
And Barnesville right now in Division 5, sitting 5th, but still a long ways to go, including tonight, 6 games to go. And we do want to thank People's Bank. They are sponsoring this pregame tonight here on WBNV, and also tonight on YouTube, YRP. So you can watch the game on YouTube tonight, or you can listen here on the radio. And remember, you can link on to the radio broadcast or the YouTube broadcast on www.yourradioplace.com. And Jeff, you weren't here last week. I know you were down at Caldwell doing that game, but Barnesville, very impressive last week against a 3-0 team. Newcomerstown, who was vastly overmatched. Barnesville's Casey Carpenter, the quarterback, throwing 5 touchdowns last week and over 200 yards in passing.
Yeah, it's something that the Shamrocks really had not shown in their earlier games. They've been mostly a running team, but I'd like to see some stats for the seasons thus far, because Casey Carpenter, the quarterback, his completion percentage is extremely high for the high school game there, and very efficient. And last week he went downfield a little bit more, but Shamrocks do a real good job of getting the ball to a variety of offensive weapons, and that will be the big question and a concern, I know, for River and Coach Mike Flannery, is whether they can stop the Shamrocks offense for 4 quarters tonight.
Exactly, and you'll see 3 players for Barnesville getting most of those passes: Duker Costello, Luke Detling, and Tayson Starr, all 3 seniors, and they caught all of the 12 passes last week against Newcomerstown. So some weapons there. Casey Carpenter is a junior, and the running game also very effective for Barnesville. Last week, 5 different players carried the ball, but Casey Carpenter, the quarterback, will only carry it once or twice. He's not like C.J. Jeffers, who passed, or Hannes, excuse me, who ran the ball more than he passed it last year. Casey, mostly a thrower and likes to hand it off, but when you've got weapons like he does in the backfield, he just assumed hand it off, I think.
Well, and a very strong and veteran offensive line in front of him. Great situation, the Barnesville offense. And as I said earlier, River, quite a challenge for them, there tonight, to stop the Barnesville offense. And I tell you, as with any team that has a good record, a lot of times the defense of the team is vastly underrated, and I think this Barnesville defense also, deserves some credit for where the team is right now.
And they are very good. Real quickly, we'll just mention here, then we'll talk about the defense. Tayson Starr, the senior, All-Ohio tailback from last year, is the leading rusher on the team. But you'll also see Trey Tulliver. He's a freshman. When Tayson was hurt against Bel Air, he had 180-some yards, I believe, in that game. And they'll play him at fullback, and they'll hand off the both of them quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right now, I say a couple of very good weapons in the backfield, and also a couple of very speedy wide receivers. So Barnesville has a lot of different things they can do offensively.
And we'll mention real quickly that offensive line, they are really playing well for Barnesville. Center Marshall Mead, you'll hear his name a lot on defense. Braden Butler and Hank Johnson are the guards. Luke Taylor Salvador Almaraz are the tackles, and Brady McIntyre the tight end. So those are some names, and we'll go through the starters here in a few minutes. Now on the defense, as we said.
Next, the band will perform We Will Rock You.
Okay, we want to make sure we weren't getting the national anthem. We will take a break during that as the Barnesville Marching Band comes out for their pregame ceremony. And also tonight, the Barnesville Alumni Band will be joining them. So players from many years past and Barnesville joining in tonight and playing with them. We've heard them at some basketball games, and they do a nice job.
One big challenge to that Barnesville defense tonight will be the River running game. In the past, we've been used to River and Coach Mike Flannery being mostly a pass-first type team. Now, they still have a really good quarterback in Cable Isley, but they do not have the quality of wide receiver that they had last year. Those young men all graduated, but they do have 3 very good running backs. Lucas Dennis, we saw run for 180 yards a couple of weeks ago in a game that we did. Also, Caden Johnson and
Finn Bowers.
And Finn Bowers also gives them 3 weapons in the backfield to run the game. So the challenge for the Shamrock defense will be stopping the River running game and force them to pass when maybe they are not quite as comfortable there. But I've been around, the high school scene quite a bit and know some things about River and quite familiar with the River Pilots. And, Coach Mike Flannery does a great job of offenses and always comes up with a few wrinkles from week to week, to keep his team into ball games. So look for them to do some things tonight offensively that the Shamrocks have not seen in their scouting for the first 3 games that the Pilots have played.
Exactly, and something else you got to remember: this being a Thursday night game, and it affects both teams. But one less day of practice this week also, so we'll see if that affects any of them. But again, an unusual and rare Thursday night game here for these 2 teams. Barnesville hosting River tonight here on ABC Sports.
And once again, Mark, I want to mention that tonight's pregame show is brought to you by People's Bank. And coming up in just a few minutes, it will be about 7:05 when we have our kickoff tonight. The Shamrocks will receive that kickoff. River will kick off. And Barnesville won the toss and elected to receive. And all of our kickoffs tonight will be sponsored by Hissam Service Center. And
Barnesville also elected to receive last week against New Commercetown when they won the toss. So that is something that Coach Blake Allen likes to get his offense out there right away and maybe try to set the tone a little bit early. So again, tonight we will thank our sponsors in here in a little bit. And at this time, we're going to have the national anthem. So we will take a break here, and we'll be back after this with kickoffs.
Pure Z's Kids, mindfully formulated to help your child fall asleep naturally when needed. Pure Z's Kids products are non-habit forming, drug-free, and available in liquid, chewable tablets, and gummies. Give them the rest to be their best. Bye, Mom! Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up. Explore all Pure Z's Kids products at zquill.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there. How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
High school football
from ABC Sports
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Barnesville's newly renovated stadium, a brand new artificial surface, great bleachers, and we saw a name from the past here tonight, Jeff. Former Barnesville coach John Marks was here tonight, and it's the first time he'd been here for a long time. He's now retired, living up in Dover. And Coach Marks here had not been here since the new bleachers, the new field, the new locker room, and he was very impressed with everything he saw and was checking it all out. So good to see John Marks, former Barnesville head coach in football from about 25 years ago.
And I'll tell you, Mark, this is a Thursday night. We're not sure what the attendance would be tonight, but I'll tell you, the Barnesville side stands packed, very full, yes. And down on the field, the student bodies come out to form the tunnel for the players to take the field. It's an excellent crowd on hand. Before we go into the rest of the lineups here, Mark, let me read through our game sponsors. We want to thank all those people, for their sponsorship of our high school football games. WVU Medicine, Barnesville Hospital, People's Bank, Barnesville DQ, Doane Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Hissom Service Center and Towing, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Flag Floors, and WB Green Insurance. Thank you to all those sponsors for your sponsorship of high school football. I'll tell you what, we've got a minute here. Mark, why don't you go ahead and give the Barnesville starting lineup offensively.
All right, these are the starters again tonight for the Shamrocks on offense. It's the same as it's been most of the time. A very good offensive line for the Shamrocks. The center, Marshall Mead. The two guards, Hank Johnson and Braden Butler. The tackles, Luke Taylor, Salvador Almaraz. The tight end is Brady McIntyre. The quarterback tonight is junior Casey Carpenter. And the two wide receivers, Luke Detling and Duker Costello. And your running backs, tailback Tayson Starr, and the fullback is Trey Tulliver.
For the River Pilots, their defense will line up this way. They'll use a four-man defensive front. The defensive ends are Finn Bowers and Maddox Mazzina. The down tackles are Peyton Blue and Caden Johnson. Linebackers Parker Bennett, Braden Johnson, and Wyatt Stalder. Defensive safeties Cable Isley and Colton Caesar. And their corners are Lucas Dennis and Devin McElwain. And if you're a fan of high school football, you might notice that name of Colton Caesar. His grandfather is former Magnolia head coach Dave Caesar.
And I believe there's a Mark Caesar also was at Union Local for a while.
And is currently the head coach at John
Marshall now, right. Who Union Local defeated a couple weeks ago in a very good game.
And it looks
again, no other games tonight, so we won't have any other scores to report. But Barnesville will have their two regular receivers back, two seniors, Luke Detling and Duker Costello will be the two deep men for the Shamrocks.
Cable Isley will tee it up for the River Pilots, and we're just a couple of moments away from getting this game underway. Pilots in a white jersey with red numbers, gray pants, and gray helmets. Shamrocks all green.
This will be a squib kick. It's taken by one of the up men, and he'll be tackled at about the 43-yard line. We'll see who that is. Hines Ford, the sophomore. Also a linebacker. You'll hear his name some tonight. And Barnesville will come out the ball, as we said, on their 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, good field position for Barnesville here on their opening possession.
I formation. Casey Carpenter under center. He'll take the snap, hand it off to his tailback, and a big hole there, and he will break open. That's Tayson Starr, and he will pick up about 20 yards. Right up the middle.
He's down to the 37-yard line. 19-yard pickup.
19 yards for Tayson Starr, the All-Ohio tailback last year. And he went right over his center there. Again, Marshall Mead and the two guards, Hank Johnson and Braden Butler. So that'll bring up a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10, the ball on the River, 37-yard line. Power I formation. This will be a sweep to Starr this time to the left. He'll get around the outside, and he'll pick up about 5 yards before he's brought down. He'll get down right to about the 31, 32-yard line. We'll see where they put it down.
Linebacker Wyatt Stalder helped force him out of bounds. Looks like out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
So that'd be about a 5-yard gain for Tayson Starr. So he's got 2 carries in the game of 19 and 5 yards.
We already noticed a couple of defensive changes from what we saw River do a couple of weeks ago. As they have moved some players down, different defensive tackle look here as they have moved some personnel around from what they did a couple of weeks ago.
This will be a quick hitter to the tailback. This is Tulliver. He breaks the first tackle and then sprints to the outside and picks up a couple more yards. And that will be a 7-yard gain for the freshman, Trey Tulliver.
First down, Shamrocks.
And that will be a first down for Barnesville.
Again, just 3 plays, but Shamrocks thus far, but pretty good yardage on all of them as this possession started at their own 44. They're now down to the River 24-yard line in just 3 plays. Detling and Costello will both go out wide to the left.
I formation again. Casey Carpenter, the quarterback, under center. And he'll hand it off again. Tayson Starr, he's got a hole there. He'll pick up about 5 or 6 yards again. And right now, the Barnesville offensive line really getting good acceleration and good push off of the ball and helping Tayson Starr out there. And that'll be a 5-yard gain.
6, second down, 4.
All right, long.
Down to the 18-yard line.
Yep.
Yeah, second down and about 4. Looked like maybe Stalder once again from his linebacker spot and on the tackle there for the Pilots. River playing a little 4-man defensive front with 3 linebackers.
This will be a handoff, and this will be Tulliver, and he will pick up the first down, and he will be inside the 10-yard line. Just a quick hitter to the fullback, and that will be an 8-yard gain for Trey Tulliver, the freshman.
And they'll put the nose of the football down right on the 10-yard line, so it will be first and goal from the 10. Shamrocks cannot get a first down. But again, 5 plays all on the ground here. Nice opening possession. People maybe wondered why Barnesville would receive the opening kickoff, and I think they're showing why.
I formation again, and this was a handoff to Starr, and there was a nice hole there, but the whistle blew right at the snap.
It'll be a false start on the Shamrocks.
Good ball. Full start. Offense number 8. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And Jeff, tonight's head referee.
Jeff Leffler out of the OVAC, and he is mic'd up. You might be able to hear him make the call there over the PA. And it was a false start on one of the Barnesville wide receivers that went a little bit soon. So now it's first and goal from the 15. Less than 3 minutes into the game. We're scoreless. Barnesville's initial drive.
Tayson Starr, a quick outside pass to, I believe that's Detling. It might be Duker. Can't see the number right now. That will be Detling.
Short gain there down to about 10 as they get the penalty yardage back.
So that's a 5-yard gain.
Second down and goal now from football just inside the 10-yard line.
It's a 5-yard gain on the first pass of the play to Luke Detling.
I mentioned in our People's Bank pregame show the high accuracy of Casey Carpenter, throwing the ball, these short passes and let his wide receivers do the work.
All right, this will be a single back formation. Tayson Starr, he gets a pitch, a sweep. He'll go to the right. He'll make it down to about the 4 to 5 yard line where he'll be brought down to a third down, excuse me.
Finn Bowers and Braden Johnson, the tacklers there for the Pilots. They'll get down just inside the 5. Third down and goal now from the 5. We see Trey Tolliver over the sideline getting the play going on and giving that to Casey Carpenter.
Third down, goal to go.
All right, Trey Tolliver in the backfield. Jason Starr in motion from a slot position, and he's going to block it. We'll go to Tolliver. He'll squirm through, and he's going to be close, but I don't think he got it, Jeff.
I think he's just down
just
about
a foot or so short.
The 1 yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. And I think on 4th and a yard, not much question what's going to happen here is Shamrocks will go for it.
Might even see Casey Carpenter keep it here. We saw him do that a couple times last
week. Kobe
week.
Jones goes in as an extra blocker, and Carpenter sneaks it.
And it is a touchdown. Casey Carpenter on the keeper. That'll be a 1 yard touchdown plunge right over his center, Marshall Mead. And Barnesville scores.
9 plays to go 56 yards.
And only 1 pass in that.
Yes.
And Evan Lowe will kick. He's been very good and very accurate this year.
Tayson Starr will snap. Luke Detling will hold.
All right, so a little bit delay there. Now it's a snap is good, and there'll be a flag.
And
somebody was moving or wasn't set, I think.
Dead ball, false start. Kicking team number 24.
Little problem there with the alignment. And now we'll see if they can get that squared away. They'll back up and now be a 25-yard extra
And that was
point.
Logan Craker, and he's an outside blocker. And I think they had 2 on the wrong side, and he went over to the other side and didn't have himself set yet.
So now they'll back it up from the 15-yard line. Should be no problem.
It'll be a 25-yard, and it's good.
No problem.
As you said, no problem. So with 7:15 to go in the first quarter, it is Barnesville 7, River nothing. We'll be back after this.
Did you know WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient surgical care close to home? Barnesville Hospital offers the following specialties: endoscopic procedures, foot surgery, gastrointestinal surgery, and general surgery. Let country roads lead you home to WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital for all your surgical needs. To learn more about your surgical options, please visit wvumedicine.org/Barnesville. Discover excellence at Hissam's Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks. Trust Hissam's for top-notch service and community spirit.
We're back here at Barnesville with the Shamrocks on their first possession. Drive it down, score, and are leading 7-0. River will get the kickoff here in just a minute. Yeah, and Jeff, if you want to go with the offensive starters now for River.
We'll go with River's starting offensive line. One wide receiver will be Colton Caesar. Left tackle will be Hunter Nething. And left guard will be Cooper Cordery. The center is Peyton Blue. Right guard will be Zeke Zola. And right tackle will be Matthew Gregg. Another wide receiver will be Maddox Mazzina. The 3 running backs, which will be featured by the Pilots, are Finn Bowers, Lucas Dennis, and Caden Johnson, and their quarterback, senior Cable Isley.
All right, the defense for Barnesville, they will run a 4-4, the 2 defensive ends, and they'll put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, Marshall Mead and Luke Taylor. Defensive tackles, Salvador Alvarez and Blake Kirk, and we'll get the rest after this kickoff.
And that is your Hissom Service Center kickoff, which bounces around and will be picked up by one of the Pilots, and he has nowhere to go. We get a flag on the play.
And it could possibly be a face mask. We'll see.
Lucas Dennis was the return man.
Eli Messenger with the tackle.
And the officials will talk here. We'll see. And while they're talking here, Mark, go ahead and give the rest of those defensive players.
Yeah, the 4 linebackers will be Camden Carpenter, Tayson Starr, Hines Ford, and Casey Carpenter.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Yep.
Kicking team number 15. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First step.
All right, so a 15-yard face mask penalty on Barnesville. The strong safety will be Brady McIntyre, and the two defensive backs, and they're good ones, Duker Costello and Luke Detling.
That River then puts the ball in play at their own 36-yard line. Quarterback Isley will be in the shotgun. Hands the ball off now to Johnson. Short gain. Excuse me, that's Bowers. Finn Bowers will be the ball carrier. Very short gain, and they'll put him down right about the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Tackled by
Tayson Starr with the tackle.
River very quickly back up there. Quick out pass from Isley out to Dennis. He'll get a short gain of about 5 yards. Be brought down there by Hines Ford, I believe, made the tackle. 5-yard pickup.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 5.
Again, Pilots going to the line of scrimmage without a huddle. They'll toss it left side. This is Dennis. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose yardage. Really nice play there by Luke Detling, who came up and slowed the play down, and then he was finished off there by the rest of the Shamrocks. He's going to lose a couple of yards.
And as you said, Dennis with the carry there.
And that will force River into a punt situation.
Hines Ford with the finished him off there after Detling slowed him up.
And River's punter will be Cable Isley, the quarterback, so you might keep that in mind as we go along here. But on 4th down and about 7.
And
single return man, is that Costello, I believe?
Yes. Duker Costello, the only one back.
There's Isley kick, gets away. Nice kick. Costello takes it on his own 20. Trying to get to the outside and be brought down on a nice tackle there by Devin McElwain for the Pilots.
Very nice tackle. If he'd not made that, Duker had a lot of space in front of him.
They'll put the ball down at about the 21-yard line, I believe. Yes, they will. 21.
River coach Mike Flannery saying in the paper today, you know, their goal was to keep the ball in their offensive hands to keep it from Barnesville, but not able to do it on that first possession.
I'll say 3 plays and punt.
Yes.
That's not exactly
what he wanted. This will be Tulliver from the thing. He'll pick up about 5 yards. He still has the ball. They can't bring him down. No, that's Tayson Starr.
They changed the way they lined up there as Tulliver and Starch changed positions. So it is
the backs
Tayson.
Were sort of blocked from us by the line. And that'll be a 6-yard gain for Tayson Starr. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4. The ball on Barnesville's own 27-yard line.
Yeah, Tayson Starr lined up more as a fullback position there with Tolliver as a tailback. This shows the flexibility and the talents of some of these Barnesville players.
And this one will be Tulliver, and he will get hit there quickly. He will pick up about 3 yards. He's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down.
Yeah, Peyton Blue was there along with Trey Larrick.
So that'll bring up now a 3rd and 1 for the Shamrocks on their own 30-yard line.
Not sure if I called that correctly on the tackler. Peyton Blue was one of the tacklers.
All right, single back. That'll be Tayson Starr. And this will be Casey Carpenter. And he will surge ahead, and it looks like he's got the 1st down. And that'll be a gain of 2. He needed 1, so 1st down Shamrocks. So Casey Carpenter's carried it twice, both on keepers, 1 for a touchdown, 1 yard, and this one 2 yards for the 1st down. When you got big Marshall Meade in front of you there, you just get on his back and let him get you through there.
Yeah, the center and both guards, do a nice job, anytime you run that straight quarterback sneak.
Single back, and we'll have a flag. And we might, we had a, boy, Barnesville just not in sync tonight. That's another false start now on the Shamrocks. They have 4 penalties now for 30 yards.
I think one of the linemen flinched there, so that takes it back to about the 27-yard line.
That'll make it now a 1st and 15. The ball back on Barnesville's own 26-yard line. We have 3:36 to go in the 1st quarter. Barnesville leading 7-0. now with their second possession, first and 15. Single back, that'll be Tulliver. He'll fast, and this is going to be a passing play, and he's got a man open. Tayson Starr is open. If he can catch it, nope. Just barely out of his fingertips, and I'm not sure if he would have been in bounds if he'd caught it anyway, but he was open. That's something I'm sure they'll remember later. Tayson Starr coming out of the backfield and going down the right line. It was a nice pass, just barely off his fingertips.
Devin McElwain, the defender there for the Pilots, had pretty good coverage.
Yes.
But the ball was thrown in a position where only Starr could catch it. But like you said, even if he had been able to hang on, I'm not sure if he would have been in bounds or not.
All right, second and 15, single back. That's Tulliver. And this will be a fake to him. Again, it's going to be a passing play. Rolling right is Carpenter. He's got a man open. And that was Duke or Costello, I believe.
It was Costello
and
just a little bit overthrown, so two successive incomplete passes. And
Barnesville going deep on both of those passes. We saw Barnesville hit those last week when they threw for 5 touchdowns.
Which is something that during the first 3 weeks of the season in particular, we really did not see a lot. But it will be 3rd down and 15. So might we see 3 consecutive pass plays here for the Shamrocks.
All right, we'll see Tayson Starr out the wide receiver. Shotgun formation, first time we've seen that. Starr in motion to the left. Casey Carpenter gets the snap. He's dropping back. He's got time. He's got a man open. It is complete. And this is Duke Costello, and he will go all the way down to the inside there. That would be a big game. We'll see where he goes. They mark him out here.
They'll mark him at the 27-yard line.
And it was on the 27.
Let's call that 46 yards.
46-yard play to, they're going to say 33 to.
That's 46 yards.
46, that's what I thought too, okay. All right, and he's just a post pattern there, and he just lobbed it up there, and Costello ran under it, had his man beat by about a step, and picked up some yardage afterwards.
A really nice catch.
This will be the man in motion, Tayson Starr, and he will get a big gain, and he's going to be close to the first down. Going to pick up about 9 on that play.
And we've got a River player down. They'll put him down at the 19-yard line, pickup of 8.
And it is a River player, as we said, so.
I believe it's Peyton Blue is down for the Pilots.
54, I believe, yes. And looking at the binoculars here, he's in some pain. Hopefully it's just a cramp or something, but we'll see. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back after this, and we'll update the situation on the injured player.
I'm not buying till I checked on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com. It's time to say goodbye to summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel fudge cheesecake, and more delicious fall flavors than ever right now on the DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at Barnesville DQ, 402 East Main Street, where happy tastes good. DQ would like to wish the Shamrocks a great season. Go Rocks!
We're back here at Barnesville Stadium where we have a timeout in action because of an injured player for River. It's Peyton Blue, and they are still checking him out. It looks like maybe looking at a right knee. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but he is still down. We have 2:54 to go in the first quarter. Barnesville leading 7-0, and they have a 2nd and 1 right on about the River 18-yard line, 19-yard line.
I see Coach Allen has walked out there also and said something to Coach Flannery of River, and that I'm sure just to see if he needed anything or what they needed to do. Coach Flannery now talking to the officials. And while they still tend to this injury here, it looks like Peyton Blue wants to get up, but the trainer there's making him stay down on that. That's once again look at our sponsors, Mark, here for the game. WVU Medicine, Barnesville Hospital, People's Bank, Barnesville Dairy Queen, Doane Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Hissam's Service Center and Towing, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Flag Floors, and WB Green Insurance are sponsors for tonight's game.
While we got a minute here, we'll mention some of the other Barnesville sports. The Barnesville volleyball team playing very well. They are 8-2 on the season. And also the Barnesville golf team, the boys golf team, today finished 4th in the OVAC 3A division. And we want to congratulate the Barnesville cross-country team. Had 2 individual champions yesterday. Connor Starr won the boys high school race. And the boys were 3rd and the Barnesville girls 2nd in the Belmont County Championship. And also Addie Starr, a 7th grader, winning the Belmont Championship in the junior high girls. So congratulations to the teams and the runners last night in the Belmont County Championship, and they will be in the MOVL. And speaking of the MOVL, of course, this is an MOVL matchup tonight between River and Barnesville, two of the teams here that were 1st and 2nd last year in the MOVL.
I mentioned also, if people are listening to us tonight on WBNV, you notice that you can also watch us tonight as you go to YRP TV on Facebook and YouTube and see our live stream of tonight's game.
And you can also, if you need a link to that, you can go to www.yourradioplace.com and listen to us any place in the world, online or on TV. So the young man is taken off the field. Barnesville will have it here, and this will be Tulliver. He will more than a first down. He will take it down inside the 10-yard line. It was on the 19. We'll see where they're going to put it down. Looks like they're going to put it on the 9, so a 10-yard gain
pickup
for the freshman, Trey Tulliver. That'll bring up a 1st and goal again, right inside the 10.
And Trey Tulliver did a fine job as he filled in and got some extra carries. That Belair game that we did here on WBNV and had over almost 250 yards rushing.
All right, this will be Tayson Starr, and he will break through there. And he's going to be very close, and I think he's going to be in. Yes, he is. That's a 9-yard touchdown run for senior Tayson Starr, and that gives Barnesville a 9-0 lead in this game with 2:13 to go in the first quarter.
That series of 9 plays covered 79 yards. So Barnesville with 2 9-play scoring drives. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left here in the period.
The kick up by Evan Lowe, held there by Luke Detling. It's good. So that it is now a 14-0 game in favor of the Shamrocks with 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Barnesville will kick off to River again. This will be their 2nd possession.
Well, we felt coming in, Mark, that one of the big keys to this game would be River's ability to stop the Barnesville offense, and Barnesville's had the ball 2 times, both the 9 plays, 56 yards, and then 9 plays and 79 yards. And River has had the ball just once and has run just 3 plays tonight. So that's 18 plays for Barnesville and just 3 for the Pilots. And as we're just over 2 minutes left in the first period, 14-0 Barnesville on your Doane Ford scoreboard.
And this is when we usually give you scores of other games, but this being a Thursday night, there are no other games this evening. Be a lot of games tomorrow evening. I think you said Monroe Central will be hosting
Buckeye Local.
Buckeye Local. Union Local tomorrow night hosting Beaver Local.
Very good Caldwell team who is a opponent down the road of the Shamrocks. Are on the road at Belpre tomorrow night.
Belpre not doing very well this year, so most likely Evan Lowe will kick off.
And that is your Hissom Service Center kickoff, taken by Bowers back about the 20. He's across the 25 near the 30, and that's where he'll be brought down near the 33-yard line. A lot of green shirts.
And the first one I saw get in there was Chase Sharp, Jr.
I think Logan Craker also was in on the tackle. So at the 33-yard line is where River will put the ball in play. Well, the Pilots need to string a couple plays together and get a couple of first downs here. You know, they've played way too much defense. Now, you know, the injured Pilot, Peyton Blue, is their center. So they now have a new center in the game, and we'll check that number here in a moment. Isley under center, handoff. Positive gain on first down. That will be Dennis will be the ball carrier. He's across the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
It'll be about a 4-yard gain for Lucas Dennis. And we saw him a couple weeks ago against Monroe Central rush for over 160 yards.
Looks like the new center for the Pilots will be Carter Pyatt. He's a sophomore. They give the ball here to Johnson. He's going to have a positive run, first down across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. He's going to pick up some 9 yards.
First down, River Pilots.
And if you're watching on TV, or if you're not, that you can tell that's sort of a wishbone offense they run, where they usually give it to one back and let the other two lead through for him. And that's what we saw there for the first down for River.
When you have 3 running backs, such as what the Pilots have, you know, you want to line them all back in the defense. Doesn't know who's going to carry. Isley will fake, and he'll run this one. Not much room there. Marshall Mead had a hold of him. Also looks like maybe, is that Luke Taylor?
Luke Taylor, yes.
Also.
And that almost looked like a broken play, like he was going to hand it off and there was nobody there. I'm not sure, and then just tried to make something of it.
It's going to be a loss of a yard.
Yes.
Now, Isley's a very capable runner himself. As I mentioned during our pregame, you know, we saw him have some success last year throwing the ball, but he had some really, really talented wide receivers last year. Second down and 11. Isley alone in the backfield. He'll take that snap. Look to pass downfield. He has some pressure. Now he'll run. He's out near the 50. Breaks a tackle, gets down into Barnesville territory.
Could be a gain of about 6 for Isley. He got licked there pretty good at the end. And that was Brady McIntyre with the hit.
And put the ball down in Barnesville territory now at about the 47-yard line.
Now bring up a 3rd and 4.
And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. And so at the end of 1 quarter of play, Barnesville 14 and River 0. Back with quarter number 2.
Flag Floors of Barnesville has been delivering superior quality flooring solutions for over 30 years. They feature carpet, vinyl, wood, and ceramic flooring and cater to both residential and commercial customers. They also have custom cabinets, Kensington high-performance windows, and Liberty safes, including handgun vaults. Flag Floors even has a complete line of rental items to help you tackle those jobs and a wide range of cleaners and polishers. It's all at Flag Floors, 324 South Chestnut Street in Barnesville. Call 425-3344. Visit them online at flagfloors.com and like them on Facebook.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
High school football
from ABC Sports
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
Some Thursday night football here. We're at Shamrocks Stadium where the Barnesville Shamrocks lead 14-0 over the River Pilots after a quarter. Pilots will open the second quarter with a 3rd and 4 from their own 47-yard line. I'm Jeff Stevens along with Mark Brown. Thanks for joining us on WBNV on this Thursday night, and also viewers on YRP TV on YouTube and Facebook. We appreciate everybody tuning in for tonight's game. The sun's down. We can see well now, Mark. So,
wow, for those of you that aren't aware, about the first quarter early in the season, we are looking right into a bright sun, but it's down behind the trees now, and boy, what a night.
We see some fans down below us now. The sun has dropped down, starting to go for their sweatshirts, and I can tell you this, when that sun's going down, we've got some people in front of us here are probably going to be a little underdressed tonight compared to the way it's been.
Including us, but it's kind of warm in here, so. But yeah, what a great night for football. Hopefully we won't have too much trouble with the dehydration or cramping.
Really an ideal night for football.
Yes.
You know, the temperature today, high was only around 70 degrees, and this is very much less humidity in the air than what there's been during the first 4 weeks of the season. So the Pilots at the line of scrimmage now. Let's start period number 2, 14-0 Barnesville, 3rd down 4. Isley alone in the backfield, 3 receivers wide right, one of them in motion. Isley, quick throw over the middle, and that's going to be caught very close to the first down. It'll be interesting to see where they place the ball.
I think they're going to place it just beyond the pole.
Bowers is the intended receiver.
And that's going to be a gain of about 5. He needed 4.
Yeah, he definitely had caught the ball in front, past the first down marker. And well, officials are looking at it. They're going to bring the chains out. But Dave, from where we're standing, Mark,
Boy, yeah, and it's right in front of us.
But I've been wrong before.
Yeah, well, I think it may not be the best of spots for River. Because I thought he had it beyond the line, then got tackled back. But maybe he was fighting enough for it that they considered that.
But I still think where they put the football down, it is a first down by about half the length of the football.
It is, yep.
Because we're looking pretty much straight ahead at that.
Yes, it is the pole right in the middle of the football, as you said, about 3 inches. So first down River, their second first down of this series.
Put the ball at the 43-yard line. It is their second first down. And a couple of nice throws during this possession there by Cable Isley. And I want to apologize to Cable ahead of time because 2 weeks ago when we had him, I think I called him by his brother's name, Lucas, several times.
Yeah, and I did
during
too.
The night. So, but we're going to get a whistle here as Isley was in the backfield, and this will be a procedure call, I believe. Yes, false start on the Pilots.
That's a first penalty of the game on River. While we got a minute here, we want to mention we will be back here on WBNV next Friday. Dave Davis and I, as Barnesville will be hosting the Shady Side Tigers.
It's really nice for the Shady Side Tigers to come to town in their black and orange next week on Pumpkin Festival week.
Yes, that's true.
Isley now looking downfield under some pressure. He's going down and fumbled the football. And
now they're going to say second down.
Recovered by the Pilots, I believe.
They're going to say the ball hit the ground.
Down by contact. Taylor, I believe, was right on top of Isley. Loss on the play back to the River territory at the 49. About a 3-yard loss.
So second and
it was Taylor.
18.
Taylor that made the tackle. So second and long, Isley. Little swing out of the backfield. This is Johnson across the 50. He's going to get back to about the 47-yard line in Barnesville territory.
That'll be a gain of only about 4 yards.
Carpenter on the tackle.
And Tayson Starr.
That will be Camden Carpenter making that tackle.
Okay. Yep.
Third down and about 14.
If you say Carpenter, it could be about a third of the team. Dave Davison had to figure that out last week.
14-0 Barnesville, 10 minutes before halftime. Pilots will send 3 receivers wide left, 1 wide right, a single back beside Cable Isley in the backfield. Isley will roll, try to throw under some pressure. It's going to be caught on the far side. It's short of the first down, out of bounds.
A 10-yard gain.
Ball is caught by, I'm trying to find the numbers there, Caesar. Caesar on the catch at the 39-yard line.
So that will bring up a 4th and 7.
But you get half of it on that long yardage situation. It makes it a little bit more manageable. Again, Isley will roll to the right. Steps up, wants to run, breaks a tackle. He's going to first down 30, 25. Still on his feet to about the 22-yard line. Cable Isley with a nice scramble to put him down inside the 25 at the 23. That's about a 16-yard pickup.
16, yes. I'll tell you what, Barnesville had him trapped in there for a gain of about 1.
Well, there's about
he slipped away.
I think about a half a dozen green jerseys were all around him, and somehow Cable Isley was able to get through that, and he's at the 23. It's a big 4th down conversion there by the Pilots. First down now at the Barnesville 23. Nice possession here by River. Again, one back in the backfield. Isley will drop. He wants to throw. Going to the left, quick out to the side. It's going to be complete for a short gain.
That's going to be a gain of about 7.
That is
Caesar again.
Caesar again. They'll put him down at the 16-yard line.
So that'd be a gain of 7 for Caesar. And when we saw River a couple of weeks ago, they passed the ball only 4 times.
This is about,
right now, 5 for 5.
This is about to be the 11th play of this possession for the Pilots. Isley will hand off. This is Johnson, I believe. Short gain as he's near the 15.
It's not good. Only be about a gain of about 2.
It is Johnson.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
And they'll put it down at the 15-yard line.
Johnson for the tackle for Barnesville.
So bring up a 3rd and 2. The ball on the Barnesville 20-yard line.
Back that wishbone look now. 3 runners there that give it to Dennis off the left side.
And he might, I think he's going to squirt ahead. He was stopped and then squirted through, I think, for the first down. It's going to be close.
The official on that side coming in, marking him short, 4th down.
Maybe the knee went down there.
The ball just inside the 14, pickup of a couple yards.
And that was Johnson, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep.
I believe so.
So that'll bring up now a 4th and about a foot. The ball on the Barnesville 14-yard line.
Wishbone look in the backfield. Isley under center. He's going to sneak it. He's not going to get much, but he didn't need much. He stacked up there, and I think he surely got that first down.
Yeah, I think the one official where he's marking him.
There's about 6 different Shamrocks in on the tackle. As they unpile, but first down there for Cable Isley.
That will be a first down for River.
And they'll put it at the 13, so he needed half a yard, and he got about 1 yard. A nice long drive here by the Pilots.
Yes, using up a lot of time. That's what Flannery said he wanted, was to keep the ball away from Barnesville's offense.
This is just their second possession of the game. We're already 7.5 minutes left before halftime, and River's going to call a timeout.
River.
Just looking at this possession for River, their initial possession of the game was 3 plays and a punt. Barnesville's had the ball twice, has scored on both possessions. And this is 11 plays.
Also, immediate timeout.
Excuse me, they've run 13 plays on this possession, which started at their own 33. They're now at just inside the 13, first down and 10.
The big play was Cable Isley being stopped, or a 16-yard run on about a 3rd and 5 when Barnesville had him stacked up, and then he squirted through and picked up 16 and sort of put him on a roll.
It's a River using a timeout. There's, you run 13 plays, you get down to the 13-yard line here. If you're the River Pilots, you don't want to come up empty on this possession.
No.
You're already down 14-0. You have to get the ball in the end zone.
They don't really, from what we saw, have a kicker that can probably kick a field goal.
Yes, they've used a kicker a couple times in games when they have gotten the lead against Monroe Central and against Magnolia. But overall, they're not going to kick the ball. They're going to try to get to the end zone and most likely go for 2. Back out to the line of scrimmage now. 3 receivers wide right, 1 to the left. Single back beside Isley in the backfield. That back is Johnson. Isley will roll, throw back to the left. It's complete inside the 1. And
that's a touchdown.
Call touchdown. Bowers, I believe. I'm trying to.
Bowers, yes.
Bowers, 13-yard TD.
And they rolled to the right, and Bowers came from the opposite side and just cut across the middle in front of the defensive back there and caught the touchdown. A good throw there.
14 plays, 67 yards. And the Pilots will kick the point here. Carson Makris. Isley will hold it. 7:29 left on the clock. Dennis is the snapper. It kicks down, and
it's
good. So it's 7:29 left in the first half. Nice drive by the Pilots. It's now 14-7 in favor of the Shamrocks. Kickoff next.
Yeah.
Much better. By the time I'm back here week 8, so that sun will be down before kickoff, then I'll be in good shape then.
Now, for halftime, do you guys want to do 2 breaks, or do you guys, we're just going to do O and M? It's up to you. We don't have much spots.
I'd probably just do 1 break. Probably do 1.
Belmont Savings Bank is proud to be a partner with Barnesville Schools. Best of luck to both teams.
That's a nice drive.
Yeah.
This season.
Threw a lot better, more than he did last time.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, 19, 24, 35, 41, 59.
I'll start it here.
Okay.
If you want to keep adding.
Nicely to kick off. Pass low the deep man. Slow returns.
Costello took the kickoff there and gets out to about the 33-yard line.
So Barnesville now will take over 1st and 10 as they lead 14-7 with 7:23 to go in the first half. Barnesville's ball on their own 34-yard line. I formation, this will be Tayson Starr, big hole, and he will squirt through there. And I'll tell you what, if he'd not been brought down there by 52, if you got that, and he would have had a bigger gain. That'll be a gain of about 5.
Yeah, Parker Bennett, also Wyatt Stalter had some contact early.
Starr gets 5, second down, 5.
Derek Smith, one of the big defensive tackles in there. It's about 6'4", 350 there for the Pilots. But
64 yards now on 8 carries for Tayson Starr. This will be an I formation again. Casey Carpenter, the quarterback, under center. Wide receiver right. And again, Tayson Starr gets the ball, and he will be hit right at the line. In fact, he may lose a yard.
That is big Derek Smith, all 350 pounds of him. The Met Star in the backfield and wrestled him to the ground.
And somebody did not get him there.
He's going to get a generous spot at the 38, loss of a yard.
And I tell you what, as soon as he got that ball, he was in
somebody on the
his
left
hands. Yeah, somebody messed up there.
On that left side of the offensive line for the Shamrocks, you know, I would say they didn't see the defensive tackle, but when the defensive tackle is 350 pounds, I think you had to see him.
So 3rd and 6. Big play here for both teams. And Carpenter will drop back the pass. He's going to lay it out there, and he overthrows Tayson Starr. I don't know if that was a communication breakdown. He threw it well over him, and Tayson was starting to cut inside. Casey threw it outside, and so that will bring up now a 4th down, and Barnesville will punt for the first time in the game.
Double coverage there on the Isley, one of the defenders there, and that will force a Barnesville punt. Evan Lowe will be that punter.
So maybe a little momentum change here. We'll see if River can take advantage of it.
Isley and Dennis deep for the Pilots. And not a real good
he
kick.
Shanked that one off the right side of his foot, but he got a good bounce.
And we'll be down to about the 40-yard line there.
Right on the 40. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 for River on their own 40-yard line.
Pretty good field position for this possession for River after scoring on their last time. There's going to be an extra media timeout here, you know, tonight. So let's go ahead and we'll take a short break also here. 14.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match, only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
Back here at Shamrock Stadium, darkness setting in. Lights have just, come on a short time ago. 5:49 left in the first half. Barnesville 14, Rivers 7. Pilots, after just scoring on their last possession, force a 3-and-out by the Shamrocks, and River takes over at their own 40-yard line. Isley will go back up under center. Give it on a counter to Dennis. He'll be hitting the backfield.
He might get a yard on that, but I don't think so. See where they spot him. All right, we'll give him a yard, but it's more like a foot.
Marshall Mead basically turned that play back in. Pick up of maybe a yard, maybe not.
Second and a long 9. 3 wide receivers right.
Isley wants to throw again. He'll come up and scramble. He's going to go down in the backfield. Taylor, I believe, was the first man that hit him, and then he got a lot of help. The play will lose a couple of yards back to the 38-yard line. Good pressure there by that front. Mead and Taylor, defensive ends. They're going to be in on plays all night, every night, it seems like. They do a good job there. Really makes the defense that much more effective when you get good pressure from the defensive ends, one on the left and one on the right. What's a quarterback to do?
So 3rd and 11 now.
We saw the Pilots convert some 3rd and 4th down plays on their last possession.
4 wide receivers.
Isley drops, wants to throw, under some pressure again, steps away from pressure. There's nowhere to go on the far sideline. He's going to go down about the line of scrimmage.
In fact, he's going to lose about a yard there as he couldn't find anybody open and took off and tackled on the far sideline.
Blake Kirk, it looks like, helped finish that play off, and have a Barnesville player down. And I cannot see the number from here.
55, I believe. You've got
that's Salvador Alvarez.
Oh, that could be a loss.
Defensive tackle there is down, so both teams will go to the sideline there. No gain on that last play. So we'll bring up 4th down. And there's a penalty. Well, take that back because they call a face mask penalty on the play, and that will give River a 1st down. That's a
second face mask penalty on Barnesville tonight. They now have 5 penalties for 45 yards.
And you have River for any penalties
Just
yet?
one.
Just one.
Offside,
they did have that one, yes. But that's that's something also is not really hurt the Shamrocks earlier in the year as excessive penalties. But 2 15-yard step offs for face mask, here there, along with a couple other motion penalties by the offensive set.
And unfortunately, they're looking at Salvador's right knee. But I think they are pulling him up. Let's see if he can put weight on it.
Just looking over at the side to do a River Pilot that was injured earlier in the game, Peyton Blue, is now sitting on the bench over on his sideline, and at this time does not have any ice or anything, to a leg that he appeared to injure earlier. And Alvarez, off the field pretty slowly. They're not putting a lot of weight on that leg.
So Barnesville stopping them, had a 4th down and 11, and committed a 15-yard penalty with the face mask. So that gives a fresh set of downs now to River.
After a team has just scored on you, you hate to give them
Yeah, especially when you stopped him so well.
Stopped, but that will be
now in Barnesville territory on the 46-yard line.
River from the Shamrock 46.
3 receivers wide right here for the Pilots. Again, 1 to the left. Isley, pump fake. Now he's throwing the ball deep downfield, overthrown. Intended for Bowers. McIntyre was the defender. Incomplete.
And that's the first incomplete pass of the game for Isley. He is now 6 for 7.
Second down and 10. Again, Bowers will go wide left once again, where Dennis, Stalder over here to the right. Swing pass by Isley out to Johnson. Gets the 45, gets down near the 40-yard line where he goes out of bounds. Pickup of about 6 yards.
Johnson, reception.
And that will bring up 3rd and about 4. Just a little swing pass.
And
Johnson lined up in the backfield, beside his quarterback Isley. And
Hines Ford knocks him out of bounds.
And Caden Johnson's a big, strong back, 6 foot, 240 pounds. When you come up to tackle him, you better hit him solid. If you hit him high, you're going to bounce off. 3rd and 4. Isley, little high snap, rolling to his left. Throwing the ball downfield, has a man overthrown. Just out of the reach of his intended receiver, Maddox Mazzina. That is incomplete. And that will bring up 4th and 4.
And he was covered there by Casey Carpenter.
It'll be interesting to see here. No movement from any other personnel. Pilots probably at 3:55 left in the quarter. 14-7 Shamrocks.
Yeah, I thought maybe they might want to punt it and put Barnesville deep with only 3.5 minutes, but they're not. Unless they're going to try to draw them off sides here.
Dennis and Bowers will go wide to the left. Stalder and Mazzina snap back to Isley. Pass downfield is intercepted. Brady McIntyre intercepts the pass at about the 25-yard line and be brought down there by Bowers. A big defensive play.
And I'll tell you what, you got there. Isley probably should not have thrown that ball. He was getting some heavy pressure there from Luke Taylor and Marshall Mead. And he jumped up, and just before he got hit, he lofted up there, and it was well underthrown.
Now, when you
same as a punt.
A 4th down play, you see the ball coming to you as a defensive back, you intercept it. But if McIntyre would have knocked that ball down, they would have put the ball in play back near the 40-yard line instead of the 29. But an interception looks good on the stat sheet.
All right, this will be an outward pass, and this is going to be, a trick play here by Barnesville. And the pass was over to Duker Costello, and then he took it and threw it down to McIntyre.
And I think down to the 34-yard line.
All right, they're saying Detling threw that. I thought it was Duker.
I think it was Duker.
But McIntyre caught it. Got the yardage?
37 yards.
Okay.
Down to the 34-yard line.
And he was wide open there, but the ball, he had the sort of weight on it, did McIntyre. By the time he got it and hauled it in, then Cable Athletes were able to chase him down and tackle him.
That play's been set up successfully in previous games with that quick out.
All right, here's a quick hitter, and this will be Tulliver, and he's going to pick up a 1st down as he got a big hole there through the left. He's going to pick up 12 yards. So the freshman, Trey Tulliver, with a 12-yard gain, and that'll be a 1st down. That's now 43 yards rushing for Tulliver on 6 carries.
Obviously, you like to see your offense respond after you get a turnover, the interception by McIntyre, now a big play. And now Shamrocks now obviously knocking on the door here down at the 23-yard line. Would love to get into the end zone here before halftime.
1st and 10, I formation. Casey Carpenter will take the snap under center. He hands it to Tulliver from the tailback position. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards. Plenty of time. And I think Barnesville has all their timeouts. Yes, they do.
Yeah, down at the 20-yard line. Yeah, they've got plenty of time now. 2:20 on a moving clock and 3 timeouts.
Now you want to, if you're Barnesville, you want to score here and leave as little time as possible for River to get the ball back. An I formation, Tulliver at fullback, 2 wide receivers left. Tight end, he's in motion. That's McIntyre. He'll go to the left side. And this will be a pitch to Starr, and he'll squirm through there. He'll get to the left side, and he's going to pick up some yardage. And this could be close to the first down.
Very close, out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, he needed about the 13, so it's going to be a gain of about 6 for Starr. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and less than 1.
Clock stopped as the play went out of bounds. 1:55 on your Doane Ford scoreboard. 14-7, Shamrocks leading.
So we've seen the last 2 situations like this. Carpenter just kept it, going over his line, and Marshall Mead is center. We'll see if he does that again this time. There's a big gap there if he decides to do that. And we're going to have... Oh my gosh. Barnesville just shooting themselves in the foot one time after another tonight. A false start on a 3rd and 1. Now it's going to be 3rd and 6. And that's the 3rd false start now on Barnesville. So Duke Costello will bring in the play, and he'll go over to the wide receiver spot on the right. Detling on the left, I formation. 3rd and 6. McIntyre in motion, and Casey Carpenter not happy with what he sees on the defense. He'll call a timeout. With 1:55 to go in the first half, Barnesville up 14-7, but they are deep in River territory. Again, we want to remind our listeners that we will be back here on WBNV next Friday as Barnesville will be hosting the Shadyside Tigers.
I'm just looking down there now with Alvarez out of off the field now. He's down in front of us here, moving around, in the bench area here. Looks like maybe Dylan Lucas has replaced him on the offensive line. Sometimes the numbers are hard to see.
Yes.
These tight jerseys, and everybody kind of rolls their jersey up, and the numbers kind of
they're cut off about halfway
together, so you can't see them.
But we won't have a problem this year with muddy jerseys that we can't read.
At least not here.
Right.
That timeout coming at 1:55 left here before halftime. 14-7 in favor of Barnesville. This is just the Barnesville Shamrocks' 4th possession of the first half.
So both teams running the ball a lot and using up clock. All right, so we got an I formation, 2 wide receivers, Costello and Detling right. And this will be a handoff to Tayson Starr. He's got a big hole, and he will go all the way for a touchdown.
19 yards.
19-yard, a misdirection play there. Carpenter rolled out or went to the left like he's going to hand it off, and Starr cut back to the right, then got the ball and had a big hole there, a 19-yard touchdown run. Barnesville up 20-7 with 1:49 to go in the first half. And Evan Lowe with the kick, and it's up and good. So with 1:49 to go, and here's the strobe lights going from the new lights that were installed here at the stadium, going off and on with different colors. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Nice drive by the Barnesville Shamrocks after the McIntyre interception. They go 71 yards in 5 plays. There's a little trick play there with a double pass for a big gain on first down. Help set that up. But it's 21-7 now, 1:49 left before halftime. Low to kick off on your Hissam Service Center kickoff. But at the end of the game, we give a drive of the game and a play of the game. That will be a candidate for drive of the game, as this River had inched back into the game at 14-7. This now goes to 21-7. Low to kick.
Dennis is deep for River, and this will be a squib kick.
And be covered by one of the pilots there at about the 35-yard line.
And Brady Johnson.
First and 10, River.
So 1st and 10, River has a minute and 48 to work.
That's a good job by Braden Johnson there. Don't try to pick that squib kick up. Just following it. 35-yard line. Pilots have 2 timeouts and 1:48 here, as they'll start at their own 35-yard line.
Trying to see, looks like, trying to see who's in there right now. It looks like, well, Luke, I'm not sure who is in there for Alvaro Salmaraz.
Isley now rolls out, again under pressure, running, throwing a quick out here, and the ball's going to be caught. That's Mazzina about the 40-yard line. It's a short gain. He'll be brought down quickly.
Mazzina with the reception from Isley.
They'll put him down at the 39, it looks like. Pick up a 4.
39.
Clock running, 1:20. Again, 3 receivers left here for River. Isley rolls that way. Again, some pressure, and he's going to go down.
Luke Johnson gets him there. Luke Johnson working hard there, coming from the opposite side, and he's not getting up.
And we're going to have a stoppage of play there.
Timeout on the field. Timeout.
Also, looks like Kobe Jones was there also.
All right, they're going to credit it to Kobe Jones.
He was one of the...
And Luke Taylor is down for Barnesville. I think it's Luke. And they're looking at something on his left leg. Boy, you lose him and Almaraz from that defensive line.
Yeah, Almaraz, is sitting on the bench down in front of us after being injured earlier. And they're looking at a leg or knee. And that's one thing, in high school football in particular, no matter how good a year you're having, one injury can really force a lot of changes in a team. We hope it's, nothing as that is
right,
Taylor.
He is up.
And he's going to be assisted to the side.
Luke Taylor, the injured Shamrock.
And he's putting weight on it, but lightly.
As he come in to try and make that tackle, I think one of the blockers maybe for River, kind of come across his legs. It's really kind of hard to see.
And I'll tell you what, he's been in the backfield all night tonight. He's just gone around his man. Very good rushing defender, and he's not walking very well. Hopefully here at halftime, get him and Salvador healed up.
The play lost a couple of yards. Isley on that scramble as he was pressured. 1:01 on the clock, 21-7. Barnesville, Doan Ford scoreboard.
All right, we'll see Braden Butler in there on defense now, and I think he might be in there for Salvador Almaraz. And it looks like, can't see who the other one is there. And it looks like Barnesville's almost gone with 3 down linemen instead of 4 that they started out with, an extra linebacker.
And looking at a passing situation,
yes.
The clock now moving, 3rd down and 12. Pilots at their own 33. Isley rolls out, trying to throw a screen. The ball's loose, and they say it's a fumble, and it's recovered by the Pilots.
And that's going to be a huge loss for River.
Matthew Gregg made the recovery. I'm not sure who had the pressure on Isley.
It was Marshall Mead that's one that hit him and caused the fumble.
And Barnesville is going to call timeout. The ball's covered clear back at the 14-yard line. That's going to be a loss of some 19 yards. And Barnesville will call timeout to force a punt with 41 seconds on the clock. So Barnesville will have one timeout remaining, so a chance to do something here as Cable Isley will be punting the ball away on this 4th down and forever.
It's going to be about a 4th and 31. The ball back on River's own 9-yard line. So Barnesville could get the ball in very good field position here, get a nice return, and have a little bit of time with one timeout left and maybe try to go for a score, even if it's a field goal.
Costello and Detling will go deep, as I'm sure the Shamrocks will try to go for the return. Obviously on 4th and 31, River's not a threat to run any type of a fake from their own 14-yard line. Cable Isley in punt formation. A rugby kick as he runs out to the side. Not a very deep kick. It's going to hit about the 45-yard line, go out of bounds. We'll see where they mark that.
It's going to be inside of River territory, about the 48 or 49.
I got the 50. That's a terrible. That's a terrible spot.
Yes, it is.
That's a terrible spot. That ball hit about the 47-yard line and 48-yard line where it went out of bounds. But it will be at the 50. That's what the officials say, so that's where it is.
1st and 10, 34. 34. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
34 seconds left and one timeout. You see, take a couple shots downfield.
Yeah, that's what I'm sure what they'll do.
And you don't have to throw the ball here on 1st down. You can run, some type of a running play, a delay, maybe here with Tolliver or Starr.
2 wide receivers left, 2 right. Tolliver in the backfield, and wow, yep, that's wide receivers. I believe that's going to be McIntyre went way early. And another false start on Barnesville.
Camden Carpenter looked like is lined up in the backfield that time beside Casey Carpenter.
All right, they're going to say it was a lineman.
I think there was multiple players moved.
Game clock up. Please reset the game clock to 34 seconds.
And they actually said Christian Hannes, a freshman lineman.
But
he's in at the left tackle.
Officials are waiting here. They want the clock reset to 34 seconds, which is what it was, and they have now reset it. So 1st and 15, Shamrocks.
Shotgun, Carpenter, he's going to give it to Tayson Starr in reverse, and he's got a lot of room there, and he's gone all the way down to the 34-yard line. That's going to be about a 27-yard gain, 26.
21.
21, oh, that's right, it was 21, okay. 21-yard carry, and that puts Tayson Starr over 100 yards now, and Barnesville is going to use their final timeout with 23 seconds to go. I believe they are, maybe not. Nope. I guess the clock just
21 yards on the play.
Everybody clap your hands.
All right, I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway.
The clock's not running.
No. And it's 2nd down now. And
if Barnesville didn't spend a timeout, I'm not sure why the clock is stopped.
I don't either.
2nd down and 10.
All right, this will be Casey Carpenter. He's going to go. He's got a man open, and that will be Duker Costello. No, I'm sorry. That's
no, it's
Luke
right.
Detling. Is it Duker? Costello, yes, it is.
Duker. He's to the 13-yard line. That's about 21 yards.
Tell you that, like you said, with those jerseys rolled up, and both Detling and Duke Costello both about the same size.
Okay, Carpenter just spiked the ball then to stop the clock. And I did not see before, but we weren't sure why the clock was stopped.
Maybe that was it too.
It may have been spiked in. That's probably what happened.
All right, so we have 13 seconds.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, the ball on the River 19-yard line. And this would be shotgun. He's Carpenter back. And he got away from a man there under pressure. And he's going to keep it. Nope, he's going to throw. And he's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown! As long as he wasn't over the line. And that will be Tayson Starr. So a 13-yard touchdown run from Casey Carpenter to Tayson Starr for the touchdown.
It'll be Starr's third touchdown of the night. Yardage?
13.
13 yards.
And so Evan Lowe will hold, and that is a big backbreaker for River. Snap is down, Lowe's kick is up, and it's good. And with 2 seconds to go in the game, 28-7 in favor of Barnesville Shamrocks. We'll keep it here.
What a way to go into halftime.
No kidding, yes. We'll have an ONN halftime report today, and then we'll be back with stats after this. Again, no scoreboards tonight because there's no other games being played on this Thursday evening.
We come back. Our halftime report tonight is brought to you by WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, and we'll have that, after our ONN halftime report. And later tonight, we will do a play of the game sponsored by West 40 Auto Sales and a drive of the game sponsored by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance. That will be on our Flag Floors post game. And while we've got a second here, again, our sponsors tonight and every week here on WBNV, WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, People's Bank, Barnesville DQ, Doane Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Hissam Service Center and Towing, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Flag Floors, and WB Green Insurance.
This will be a squib kick, and it was down by the man there, but he had his knee on the ground when he got the ball, so it's dead. But time runs out. So at the end of the first half, it's Barnesville 28 and River 7. River will get the ball to start the third quarter. So we'll be back after this ONN halftime report.
Flag Floors of Barnesville has been delivering superior quality flooring solutions for over 30 years. They feature carpet, vinyl, wood, and ceramic flooring and cater to both residential and commercial customers. They also have custom cabinets, Kensington high-performance windows, and Liberty safes, including handgun vaults. Flag Floors even has a complete line of rental items to help you tackle those jobs and a wide range of cleaners and polishers. It's all at Flag Floors, 324 South Chestnut Street in Barnesville. Call 425-3344. Visit them online at flagfloors.com and like them on Facebook.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Report. This evening we'll talk a little Ohio Valley High School football with Joey Claypack, who's covered high school football in that area of the state for years. Joey joins us next on the Ohio News Network.
Every farmer has their reason for why they do what they do. For Beck's, it's faith, family, and farming. Since 1937, the Beck family and family of employees have been committed to honoring God and helping farmers succeed. Farming is full of extremes, and we face the challenges with hard work and steadfast determination, delivering quality line of products backed by legendary customer service. We look forward to standing by your side, supporting you as you live out the life you were meant to live. Beck's, when it comes to farming, we believe in something more.
I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott DeMauro, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we're proud to bring you tonight's game. Our members are the public school educators who coach your kids on and off the field because we believe in the potential of every student and their right to a high-quality public education, no exceptions. That's why we will continue to speak in one voice to demand the supports and resources our public schools need, because public education matters.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We're joined this evening by Joey Klapek from our Steubenville affiliate, 106.3 The River, who's called high school football in the Ohio Valley for years. And Joey, as we hit the midway point of the season, let me ask you about a couple of your area teams. We'll begin with the school that you primarily cover, and that's Steubenville. After dropping their opener to a really good Ursuline team, the Big Red have bounced back and run off 3 in a row. Not that anybody wants to lose, but did that week 1 setback kind of jumpstart things a little bit?
I think so. And if you look at that game, I mean, Ursuline is 4-0 right now. And if you look at that game, Big Red got down early because they made some mistakes that we're not really used to seeing Big Red make, but they fought through, battled back, and even fought through a 90-minute weather delay and came back and only lost that game by a few points. The Steubenville Big Red, they're the kind of team, Skip, that everybody likes to watch. They're the team that I always said they're fun to watch. They play very physical. They play very hard. They're well coached. And then I ask Coach Reno all the time, how do you get those kids to play that hard for you? And one of the things he always tells me is that, this group of seniors or this group of Big Red players, they don't want to be the group that lets the community down or lets the school down. They know there's an expectation when it comes to kids who wear the crimson and black, and they want to be just as good as the teams that came before them.
Also there in Division 4, a team that continues to have pretty good success there is St. Clairsville.
Yeah, St. Clairsville. Coach Brett McLean has done a fantastic job in the, 21 years that he has been at St. C. He did a good job of getting those kids' confidence level back. He got the kids interested again in St. Clairsville football. They're 3-1. Their only loss came to a 4-0 Canton South team by 2 points, 42-40. And that's just a program that is on the rise, and it has been on the rise since he got there. Another school that takes advantage of the players they have. He builds his system around the personnel, and that's, as you know, Skip, that's always great for a head coach to do that. Don't expect kids to change to your system. We'll develop the offense and the defense around the skill set, and that's what he does.
A couple of other area schools off to good starts. I know they had a great season a year ago, but in D5, Richmond Edison is 4-0.
Yeah, Coach Mike Colopy, he is just a great guy. He's been the baseball coach at Edison High School for a number of years, and the head coaching job at football came open, and he's done a nice job of getting that program turned around. And last year, there was their first 10-0 season ever. The community was sky high, and obviously got a pretty tough draw in round 1 of the playoffs with Youngstown Cardinal Mooney, but I think they learned a lot from that opening round playoff loss. They're developing a little tougher attitude, and they're playing well. They're playing really well. They had to replace a 4-year starter quarterback, but the young man they have now, Henderson young man, is doing a great job. He's a great passer, good vision. So yeah, keep an eye on Edison. You're going to hear great things from them as well.
A couple of area Division 7 schools off to good starts. Steubenville Catholic Central's a perfect 4-0, and don't forget about Toronto off to a nice 3-1 start.
Steubenville Catholic Central, everybody loves to root for the Crusaders. They had a few down years. They hired a new coach, Eric Meek, who has been a coach in the Ohio Valley probably close to 30 years, and wherever he goes, he wins. He won at Wellsville. He was at Toronto. He won there. He won a state championship across the river in Weirton, West Virginia, with Weir High a few years ago. And the AD from Steubenville Catholic Central called him a couple of years ago, and he was ready to get back into coaching. He was actually in the broadcast booth with us for a few years, and he has brought that attitude, that aggressive attitude, back to Steubenville Catholic Central. 4-0 starts in Coach Meek's second season. And Toronto, on the other hand, 3-1. Their only loss came to a really, really talented Weir High team from Weirton, West Virginia. They started the season with the junior quarterback, Zeb Kenzie, being recruited by West Virginia as a quarterback, only a junior, and also being recruited by Oklahoma State as a linebacker. Unfortunately, he suffered an injury a couple of weeks ago, and he will be out for the season. Hopefully he'll be back next year. But Toronto is another one of those teams, Ohio Valley, tough, kids, mill worker kids. And Toronto is another squad that they're not afraid to hit you, and they'll do well this year as well.
Joey Klapek, we always love talking Ohio Valley High School football with you. Appreciate your time, okay?
All right, buddy, thanks.
And we'll be back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's player with heart, Morgan Hall from Joseph Badger High School, for her commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
It's a really fun team, especially this year with our coaches and all the players. We all get along really well. It's my favorite sport, the competitiveness of it and like the environment that especially home games create makes it really exciting.
Morgan loves volleyball, but she also enjoys helping out in the community.
I help my Nana up at the township park. She's one of the clerks for the township, and she waters all the flowers and stuff. And I go up there, help her pick up the park, water flowers.
Her family has instilled in her a love of farming.
Being at the farm, it's like peaceful to me. It's like get away from everything, like sports, school, everything. It's just like a place I can be myself and be calm and relaxed.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
This is ONN.
Our thanks again to Joey Klapek from our Steubenville affiliate for talking some Ohio Valley High School football with us this evening. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Bex Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
Back to school means back to early bedtimes. But I'm not tired. Fortunately, there's Pure Z's Kids, mindfully formulated to help your child fall asleep naturally when needed. Pure Z's Kids products are non-habit forming, drug-free, and available in liquid, chewable tablets and gummies. Give them the rest to be their best. Bye, Mom! Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up. Explore all Pure Z's Kids products at zquill.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
We're back here at Shamrocks Stadium in Barnesville. We're at halftime. And the Barnesville Shamrocks leading the River Pilots 28-7 thanks to a couple of late touchdowns in the final 2 minutes of the quarter there. Tonight's halftime report is being brought to you by WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital. We'll recap the scoring. Here's Barnesville took the opening kickoff and went down the field, marching 9 plays, covering 56 yards, with Casey Carpenter taking in the end zone on a 1-yard quarterback sneak. Evan Lowe's extra point kick put Barnesville up 7-0. And with about just over 2 minutes left in the quarter, Tayson Starr got his first of 3 first-half touchdowns with a 9-yard run. That capped a 9-play, 79-yard drive. Evan Lowe's kick made it 14-0 Barnesville at the end of the first quarter. River Pilots come back on what was their second possession of the game, starting late in the first quarter and extending into the second quarter. And they drove 67 yards, 14 plays. Finn Bowers covered the last 13 yards on a pass from Cable Isley. Carson Makris' extra point kick made it 14-7 with 7.5 minutes left in the first half. But the Shamrocks come back with 2 late touchdowns there, put together a 5-play, 71-yard drive after an interception by McIntyre. That's capped by Tayson Starr, 19-yard run. Lowe's kick made it 21-7. The big play of that possession was a double pass on first down from Costello to McIntyre that covered, big yardage there and helped set the Shamrocks up. That play covered about 37 yards, but the Starr touchdown made it 21-7, and then with 2 seconds left before halftime, Tayson Starr, 13-yard pass reception from Casey Carpenter to cap a 3-play, 50-yard drive. Evan Lowe's made himself 4 of 4 on the extra point kick. So we're at halftime, and it's Barnesville 28, River 7, and the Pilots will get the ball to start the third period. You know, a lot of nice drives there. Unfortunately, a couple injuries on each side of the field here in the first half. We'll see if we can, see if any of those players are back here in the second half. But again, it's halftime here on your WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital halftime report. Barnesville 28 and River 7. We'll step aside for a couple of messages here, and when we come back, Mark Brown will have some individual stats.
Back to school means back to early bedtimes. But I'm not tired. Fortunately, there's Pure Z's Kids, mindfully formulated to help your child fall asleep naturally when needed. Pure Z's Kids products are non-habit forming, drug-free, and available in liquid, chewable tablets and gummies. Give them the rest to be their best. Bye, Mom! Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up. Explore all Pure Z's Kids products at zquill.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there. How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
Did you know WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient surgical care close to home? Barnesville Hospital offers the following specialties: endoscopic procedures, foot surgery, gastrointestinal surgery, and general surgery. Let country roads lead you home to WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital for all your surgical needs. To learn more about your surgical options, please visit wvumedicine.org/Barnesville. Discover excellence at Hissam's Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks! Trust Hissam's for top-notch service and community spirit.
High school football
From ABC Sports.
on WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield, 93 BNV.
We're back here at Shamrock Stadium, where at halftime, the Barnesville Shamrocks lead River by a score of 28-7. Barnesville trying to go 5-0 on the season. River trying to go 3-1. But Barnesville, as we said, right now leading by 3 touchdowns, 28-7. We'll go through the individual stats here. First for the River Pilots. They have only a total of 65 yards in offense. Cable Isley, the quarterback, providing most of those throwing the ball. He is 8 of 11 throwing the ball, but only for 53 yards. couple catches there by Dennis, Caesar, Bowers, Johnson, and Mazzina. All short catches. The only touchdown of the game for River is a 13-yard touchdown run for the River Pilots. A pass completion from Isley to Finn Bowers, and it was 13 yards. And like we said, that's the only touchdown of the game. River, has one turnover. That's an interception. They have fumbled it twice, and one of those, they lost 19 yards on it to put them back deep. They had the punt on a 4th down, and Barnesville got very good field position and was able to score in less than 30 seconds. So a real backbreaker there, that fumble and play situation there for the River Pilots. River right now, Cable Isley, the quarterback, he has -3 yards on 8 carries. Finn Bowers -3 yards on 2 carries. Lucas Dennis has 5 yards on 2 carries. And Caden Johnson, 13 yards on 3 carries. So for the River Pilots, 12 yards rushing, 53 passing, 65 yards total offense from the line of scrimmage. And as we said, they had been penalized once for 5 yards. Barnesville, Casey Carpenter tonight, he is 5 of 7 throwing the ball for a total of 122 yards. Duker Costello, 2 catches for 57 yards. Luke Detling, 1 catch for 5. Tayson Starr, a 13-yard touchdown pass that he caught. And Brady McIntyre, a 37-yard catch. And also Duker Costello did throw 1 pass to McIntyre. In fact, that was the 37-yard word. So the total of 122 yards passing for Barnesville. Rushing 158 yards for the Shamrocks. Tayson Starr in the first half, 12 carries for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. Casey Carpenter, 2 carries for 3 yards and a touchdown. Trey Tulliver, he has 46 yards on 7 carries. So again, you add all those up, 158 yards rushing, 122 passing, 280 yards from the line of scrimmage. What has really hurt Barnesville, I'm sure coaches are really addressing this at halftime, Barnesville has been penalized 7 times tonight for 58 or 55 yards. So that is something, and 5 of those were on false starts, and then 2 face masking calls. Those are the ones you really hate if you're a coach. 15-yarders, and it gave River a first down when they were down to a 4th and did not make the play, and then got a first down because of the face mask. Barnesville, 2 injuries so far. Not sure how they are. They did get off the field.
Yeah, just looking down here now as the Shamrocks are back out in the field. Luke Taylor moving around down here in the bench area in front of us. You know, he still looks like he has a little bit of a limp, but trying to get stretched out here. Salvador Almaraz was a little bit late coming out. He looks like his right knee is pretty heavily taped. If I was to guess right now, I would say it's unlikely that Almaraz will return in this game. Well, it looks like Taylor could be a possible returnee to the game, but at 28-7, you want to be careful.
River gets the ball to start this half, so, you know, if they're able to stop them and can score again, we might not see those guys to worry. And also the young man from River.
Yeah, Peyton Blue was injured for River early on there and has not returned. He's their starting offensive center and a defensive lineman, and he has not returned. And the Pilots just now getting back out on the field, and we'll try to see, you know, if he's able to return to the sideline here.
Nice little halftime show. The Barnesville Band and the Barnesville Alumni Band playing together tonight, so it was nice to see that. And a reminder also that next Friday we will be back here on WBNV as Barnesville will be hosting the Shadyside Tigers again next week. And on game will be about 10 till 7, and the game will kick off around 7. So we're down to the last couple minutes here as the players warm up. We'll be back in 1 minute after this.
I'm not buying till I checked on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com. It's time to say goodbye to summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel fudge cheesecake, and more delicious fall flavors than ever right now on the DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at Barnesville DQ, 402 East Main Street, where happy tastes good. DQ would like to wish the Shamrocks a great season. Go Rocks!
Back here at Shamrock Stadium, you have been listening to our halftime report brought to you by WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital. We're just moments away from the start of the third quarter. Barnesville leading 28-7 over the Pilots. River will have the ball to start with. One more time, our sponsors here on WBNV, WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, People's Bank, Barnesville Dairy Queen, Doan Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Hissam Service Center and Towing, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Flag Floors, and WB Green Insurance. And we're ready now for our Hissam Service Center kickoff to start period number 3. Evan Lowe has it teed up and underway. That kicks down to about the 15-yard line, taken by the Pilots up across the 30. Runner still up near the 40-yard line. I think McIntyre runs him out of bounds. That was Mazzina on the return for.
Nice return there as he broke over and went down the left sideline.
Yeah, Maddox Mazzina, real nice job there getting up the sideline there. And he'll be out to clear out to the 42-yard line. So good field position for the Pilots. You know, Mark mentioned only about 65 yards of total offense by the Pilots. They are negative 2 yards if you take away that one scoring drive.
And we do see big Blake Kirk in there, a 5'10", 250-pound junior. I think he's in for Alvarez.
Isley takes the ball in an option pitch out and nowhere to go. That is Camden Carpenter bringing down Lucas Dennis. And it's going to be a loss on the play of about 3, maybe 4 yards.
That was the first time we've seen them run that option tonight. When we saw them a couple weeks ago against Monroe Central, they ran that quite a bit.
That's a nice play there by Camden Carpenter to make that play from his linebacker position.
We also see Braden Butler in there on the defensive line.
And neither Taylor nor Alvarez in the game at this time. Second down and about 14. 3 receivers go wide right here for the Pilots, and we get movement ahead of the snap. And that's going to cost River 5 more yards. And they'll take it back now to about the 34-yard line.
And that's only the second penalty of the game for River, both of them 5-yarders. So River come back out now with a 2nd and 18.
Isley now will try to roll to the left. Again, looks down the middle of the field. Incomplete. Intended for, see who that is there. It is, falls short. Intended Caesar. And looks like the defender.
That was Camden Carpenter, or Casey Carpenter.
Casey playing a little bit of defense here at this time.
They play him back at a safety.
And you may see a lot of different Shamrocks into action here in this second half. This is 28-7 Barnesville now. 3rd down and about 18 for the Pilots. Again, Johnson, the running back beside his quarterback, Cable Isley. 2 receivers left, 2 right. A lot of pressure on them, set up a screen.
It'll be a screen.
It's for Johnson, it's incomplete. And broken up in there, it looks like Hines Ford, I think in there kind of messed that up for the Pilots.
Oh, what happened there is that Johnson was going for it, and he couldn't get around his lineman. His lineman got in his way, and he had to go around to try to catch it. By the time he got there, the ball had hit the ground.
So Costello will go deep at single safety here for the Shamrocks, as River forced a punt on their initial possession of the third quarter. Isley is the punter. As this Pilot offense continues to go backwards. Kicks away, it's going to hit at about the 30-yard line and take a River roll all the way down to the 20. Costello backs away from it, and it will roll dead at the 18-yard line. So a nice punt.
Isley got a nice roll on that, rolled about 20 yards after it hit the field. So Barnesville will take over, 1st and 10. 10.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
That's a little bit more than a 40-yard punt with no return. It did hit, and as you say, it took a very good River roll.
It'll be on the Barnesville, their own 18-yard line, as they will take over 1st and 10. And right now we'll see Starr at the tailback and, at the fullback. It looks like Trey Tulliver will be at the tailback position. And he will get the ball, and he'll go ahead for about 2 yards maybe. And that was Starr.
That is
switched. Okay, yep.
Camden Carpenter was in at the fullback position on that play.
So that'll be a gain of about 2. That is now 111 yards rushing for Tayson Starr tonight on 13 carries.
We'll see if Camden Carpenter doesn't get a couple carries here
he's
in the second half. Now he's
the lone back now behind Carpenter.
2 receivers right, 2 left.
This will be Starr in motion, left to right, and he's going to get the ball on a backward pass, and he will get some yardage here. He's going to get the first down, and he's going to go for about 12 yards, it looks like.
Yeah, they'll mark him out of bounds there. And I'll tell you, that's a backward pass. Are you going to call that a rush or a reception?
Isley the tackler. Ball at the Shamrock 33.
Isley with the tackle.
Again, that short passing game we've seen so much of the year from Barnesville. Get the ball to your athletes out in space. Starr, Datling, Costello.
This will be a pitch. And trying to see, this might be Camden Carpenter. I couldn't see the number there. Let me see. Yes, that'll be Camden Carpenter. And that'll be his first carry of the game. And Cam will pick up about 6,
closer to 7.
7 yards, yes. Dennis with the tackle.
Lucas Dennis there from his defensive back position make that play.
We'll see if we can see who's in there for Taylor and Alvarez on the offensive line. It's just very hard to see them from here. So this will be an I formation. Fake handoff. This will be a pass, and it looks like it's going to be deep. And this ball is right in there, and it is caught. Wow! And I believe that's Detling. And that will be, let's see, that's going to be where they put it down.
44
15?
Yards.
54, I believe. Wasn't it on the 40? 44, they're saying
44,
okay.
Yeah, 44.
To Luke Detling.
40 to the 16, yes.
And that was another nice throw there by Carpenter.
A pretty good coverage back there by the Pilots.
He just, Detling just got it in there, and this will be a carry up the middle. I think this is going to be Tulliver this time.
Yes.
He'll pick up a few yards.
He's going to be down inside the 10 to about the 9. That's about 7 yards.
7 yards, second down, 3, ball is a 9.
And that'll bring up now a 2nd and 3, the ball on the River 9-yard line.
Eli Messenger in as a wide receiver and goes wide right.
Detling left, I formation. This will be another handoff to Tulliver. He'll power it up, and he's not going to quite get to the first line. He'll pick up about 2 of the 3 yards he needed there. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The ball will be on about, let's see, looks like about the 7-yard line of River.
Braden Johnson been in on quite a few tackles in there for the Pilots.
All right, that's a power I formation. 2 backs, linemen in front of Starr. And let's see, that'd be Casey Carpenter. He just kept it, and it looks like he did get the first down, yes. He's got to pick up about 3 yards on that one.
Yeah, they're going to put him clear down at the 4-yard line. So yes, it is a 3-yard pickup.
So 1st and goal, the ball right on about the 4-yard line of River.
We see Carter Caplet going in with the play for the Shamrocks.
All right, Caplet's a sophomore. Man in motion, switches set. This will be a blocking. This will be Tulliver, and he's going to power through there, and he gets a touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run for Tulliver right over his right side lineman. And it is now 34-7 in favor of Barnesville over River. And there's still a lot of time here. 6:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Evan Lowe will come out for the kick. Tayson Starr, the snapper.
8 plays, 82 yards on that drive.
Luke Detling, the holder. And Lowe, the junior, back. And that's good. And he is 5 for 5 tonight on the PATs.
And I think all of them have been right down the middle.
Yes. And so we'll see the strobe lights again from these new lights installed here in the stadium.
If you're watching us on YRP TV, you get a good look at that.
82 yards in 8 plays there for the Shamrocks. And as we said, 35-7 now with 6:49 to go in the 3rd quarter for the Shamrocks.
Flag Floors of Barnesville has been delivering superior quality flooring solutions for over 30 years. They feature carpet, vinyl, wood, and ceramic flooring and cater to both residential and commercial customers. They also have custom cabinets, Kensington high-performance windows, and Liberty safes, including handgun vaults. Flag Floors even has a complete line of rental items to help you tackle those jobs and a wide range of cleaners and polishers. It's all at Flag Floors, 324 South Chestnut Street in Barnesville. Call 425-3344. Visit them online at flagfloors.com and like them on Facebook.
And there's not as much standing room down there now as there's a fence across there.
But they're all lined up across the fence, though.
But the student body down to the north end of the field here, in front of the field house, nice turnout. The thing I'm not a big fan, like we talked before we went on the air, I'm not a big fan of the Thursday night games. I understand why the teams do this. But you've got kids, a lot of plays on the field, bumps and bruises. They're expected to be in school now tomorrow on Friday. And for the River Pilots players, you're going to be 11 o'clock getting home probably. They have give or take an hour's trip.
At least an hour, yeah. Some of those kids live 20 minutes, half hour from the school.
But as the only game going right now, and it's a nice showcase here, especially for the Barnesville Shamrocks, who are a pretty good leg up on going 5-0 for the season. Our Hissom's kickoff. Low, deep kick down to about the 16-yard line. Taken there by Maddox Mazzina. But no,
there's just no place to go.
It was Maddox Mazzina.
Barnesville has such good speed.
And he didn't even get back out to the 20-yard. Now they're going to put him down right about the 20.
And Chase Sharp led that group there, the junior. We said his name a lot last week, and we said it tonight on special teams. And I tell you what, it looks like quite a few new players in there now for Barnesville.
Great opportunity to get your backup players some action on a Friday night. With a 35-7 lead, 6:42 left, 3rd quarter. And Isley goes back up under center. He'll give the ball to Dennis on a little counter action off the left side. He'll get across the 25-yard line.
Lucas Dennis, the ball carrier.
About a pickup of let's see where they put it down here.
Eli Messenger making the tackle. We'll say 5 yards.
5 yards. Put him at the 25-yard line.
He now has 10 yards tonight on 4 carries.
26.
That's his little counter move there. When you and I were covered the River game 2 weeks ago against Monroe Central, that the Pilots ran that play over and over and over and got positive yardage many times. Wishbone formation in the backfield. Isley gives it second man. That's Dennis again off the left side. Short gain. Couple yards, maybe 3.
Dennis carries.
And give him, looks like it's going to be about a 3rd and 3.
Several on the tackle. 3rd down 5.
Ball at about the 28-yard line now, called 3rd and about 3. And it looks like, Mark, maybe River has gone back now to the ground game here, just to try to run some plays and work on some things and try to get out of here without any more injuries. Isley will go shotgun here on this 3rd down, and we'll roll right, look to throw. Now he's going to tuck it under, try to run. He'll get across the 30, out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, and that should be a 1st down. Camden Carpenter there to force him out of bounds. It will be a 1st down.
Be a 4-yard gain.
But again, good coverage downfield on many of these plays, as Isley has had nowhere to throw the ball to, and by the time he gets ready to throw it, the rush is there, and he's been running for his life and has, I'm pretty sure, Isley probably has negative yardage for the game when you count the sacks. He's going to go get a shotgun. Dennis in motion to the left. Isley will roll to the left this time. He'll throw the ball, and he just threw that one into the ground, incomplete. He did not have anywhere to throw the ball, and he just spiked it in the ground.
The ball was thrown beyond the line of game. Incomplete pass, 2nd down.
And that will bring up a 2nd and 10. But no receivers open. Once again, as I just said, the coverage downfield has been very good. And, Isley's very capable at throwing the ball downfield. We've seen him complete some nice passes tonight and earlier in his career. But, if you don't have a jersey open to throw it to, and there's not much that you can do.
They only had 2 men going out there, and they were covered by 3 Barnesville defenders. So now 3 wide receivers right.
2nd and 10, they're running a little screen. Caden Johnson, 35. McIntyre had a hold of him, and he'll be brought down at about the 37-yard line. Pickup of about 5 yards.
McIntyre and 4 of the tacklers. 3rd down 5.
McIntyre and Hines Ford also on that tackle.
Brady McIntyre has done a nice job defensively.
Had a good night tonight, yes. We've said his name a lot. 3rd and about 6.
He's just another one of these juniors, as Barnesville has a lot of juniors. Isley now from the shotgun. Quick out is complete. That's Bowers. He'll break a tackle and get out near the 50-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. And that's going to be about let's see where they mark him out of bounds.
1st down, River.
Going to put him down at the 48-yard line, pick up about 11.
And Eli Messenger knocking him out of bounds there.
Again, some different backup players in here getting some valuable experience. But it's 1st and 10, River now at their own 48-yard line. They once again will send 3 receivers wide left. Isley, shotgun, quick out here for Bowers on the right side. Short gain, he'll be brought down by McIntyre and Camden Carpenter at about the 43-yard line. Pickup of about
9.
9 yards, yes.
McIntyre and Carpenter, the tacklers.
Again, McIntyre on the tackle.
But that puts the ball into Barnesville territory now at the Shamrock 43-yard line. It will be 2nd down and a yard.
We'll see Blake Kirk come in.
3 receivers again wide left. As I talked about the River running the ball more, now they're throwing a high snap. Isley's able to get possession of it, but that's going to cause him to be under pressure, and he's going to go down in the backfield.
And he will lose about 9 yards on that.
And I tell you,
and we did mention earlier,
Marshall Mead was there along with Blake Kirk to bring him down. That's a loss all the way back.
And with the injury of the starting center, so he's back to the original 1st down line, so he lost 9 on that.
That will be 3rd down.
And 10. Clock down to 2:50 now in the 3rd quarter.
35-7 Shamrocks. Again, Isley back, shotgun. getting some pressure. He's going to run the ball, gets out to midfield, and Tayson Starr has him wrapped up at about the 48-yard line. He'll get about 4 yards.
Jason Starr, the tackler.
But that will bring up 4th down now and about 6. Let's see what the Pilots will do here.
Yeah, in this situation, you know they're probably going to go for it with the score what it is and the time. We're down to 2:15 now in the third quarter. Barnesville leading 35-7. It's a 4th and 5.
And Rivers going to spend a timeout here to talk about what to do. We'll go ahead and step aside for some more messages here. 2:13 left. Third quarter, Barnesville 35, Rivers 7.
Media timeout.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
It's time to say goodbye to summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel fudge cheesecake, and more delicious fall flavors than ever right now on the DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at Barnesville DQ, 402 East Main Street, where happy tastes good. DQ would like to wish the Shamrocks a great season. Go Rocks!
River Pilots spending a timeout. They'll be faced with a 4th and 6 with 2:13 left in the third period. Barnesville 35, River 7. And that's 4th and 4 for the Pilots from their own 48-yard line. And after the timeout, you would assume that they are definitely going to go for it. Isley will be lined up, it looks like, into the shotgun. Bowers and Caesar will be wide here to the right. Johnson now moves out of the backfield to give them 3 receivers to the left. High snap. Isley will be able to pick it up and roll, try to get the ball down the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. It's Bowers, and that's going to be a first down after a 15-yard pickup. Wow. That play was a disaster to start, but Isley able to keep his cool and find Bowers down the field for 15 yards, and it will be a River Pilot first down.
That's the 5th reception of the night for Bowers.
Rivers run 10 plays on this possession. This is their second good possession of the night. So, we're inside 2 minutes now left in the third quarter. Isley will hand the ball to Johnson. Get some running room across the 30 to about the 29 before being brought down. Starr is there.
Hines Ford, the tackler.
As you probably heard there, Hines Ford with the tackle.
But the pickup on the play of about 4 yards.
Ball to Shamrock, 32nd down, 6.
And Isley once again in the shotgun. Inside handoff to Johnson. He'll give nowhere to go. He's got Tayson Starr wrapped around his waist and pulls him down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, for Big Johnson, let's see, get his size here. He's a big young man. Tayson Starr did a really nice job.
He's about 240 pounds
yes,
there.
Running back.
Is Caden Johnson, the senior. And, but Tayson had him wrapped up and brought down there right at the line of scrimmage. That's third down now and about 6, just inside the 30-yard line.
We're down to 45 seconds in the third quarter, clock running.
Isley drops, wants to throw. He's going to go deep downfield, incomplete. Costello was back there as one of the defenders, and it is incomplete. Lucas Dennis, I believe, was the intended receiver, but he was double covered over there. That stops the clock at 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that brings up 4th down now and about 5. The ball just about the 29-yard line. We saw the Pilots convert a 4th down play just moments ago. Get 2 receivers left, 2 right. Isley looks downfield, pressured. Now he tries gets outside to the left. He's going to run. He's going to get out of bounds. I believe he's going to get the first down.
Yep, he had a big opening there in front of him, looked for the pass, and then broke through and just got out of bounds right in front of the pole.
That's going to be about
a first down.
5-6 yard pickup. They're going to put him down at the 24-yard line. But a nice job there by Cable Isley.
Yes.
Of rolling outside where he could see the field.
For those that are high school basketball fans in the name or in the area, they know his name. Yeah. He's well over 1,000-point career scorer so far.
He's only about 5'10", so when he rolls outside, he can see downfield. He takes a snap. He's going to run up the middle this time. He gets a yard or two, but he's going to be brought down. And guess who makes the tackle? That's Tayson Starr once again.
Tayson Starr again, yep.
Pick-up of a couple of yards, maybe 3.
Clock is running. It looks like Rivers just going to let it run out here as it's down to 10 seconds. We'll see. They're going to go up to the line, but I don't know if they're going to try to get this or not. Nope, they're not.
No, they're going to step aside here, so that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Barnesville 35, Rivers 7. Fourth quarter coming up.
I'm not buying till I check on for.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
High school football.
From ABC Sports.
On WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield. 93 BNV.
Back here at Shamrock Stadium, where at the end of the third quarter, the Barnesville Shamrocks lead the River Pilots by a score of 35-7. I'm Mark Brown with Jeff Stevens. And a nice crowd here tonight to see this game. And a reminder also that we will be back here on WBNV next Friday as the Barnesville Shamrocks will host the Shayside Tigers.
I might mention also, Mark, that the week after that, which would be week 7, some Shamrock fans will be looking ahead to that. They'll have a trip to the Noble County Fairgrounds to play the Caldwell Redskins, and in all likelihood, both teams should be 6-0, and that game will not be on WBNV, but will be on WWKC, and it will also be live streamed, as tonight is being live streamed on YRP TV on YouTube and Facebook.
And yourradioplace.com. Yes. And if you want to listen to that game on the radio, WWKC is 104.9 FM.
Also, the thing that I see kind of odd about this game, it's 35-7 Barnesville. Both teams have had 6 possessions. Barnesville has had 6 possessions in the game. They've scored touchdowns 5 times. This is Rivers' 6th possession. They've scored 1 touchdown and putting a nice possession together here. But a lot of times in a game, you would have a lot more possessions. We've had some very long drives in this game. And Barnesville, as I said, have scored on 5 of their 6 possessions and punted on the other 1 time. And I think if you're Coach Blake Allen, if you can go through any game and only punt 1 time,
you'll be happy with that.
As long as possessions aren't ending in turnovers. And knock on wood, Barnesville has not turned the ball over tonight, have they?
No, they haven't. River has 1 turnover.
They haven't, but Barnesville hasn't, because I said they've scored 5 out of 6 possessions and they punted 1, so that's
right.
I believe that adds up to 6.
Yes, it does in my book.
So River now will start the fourth quarter here with one of their better drives of the night. This will be their 16th play. Their possession started at their own 20-yard line. They're now down at the Barnesville 21, facing 2nd down and about 7. Isley looking downfield. Now he's going to scramble up the middle. He's going to bounce at the outside, get some positive yardage. He's inside the 15 to about the 13. And I think that should be good enough for a first down.
Yes. It'll be a pickup of about 8 yards. Duker Costello with the stop, and it will be on the Barnesville 12.
Now Barnesville does have a few backups in there, but they still have several first-line players in on this defensive unit, too. Don't want to take anything away from a nice drive here by the Pilots. It is first down now as they mark the ball down closer to the 12-yard line. Again, Isley in the backfield along with Caden Johnson. He'll hand it to Johnson off the right side. He'll get inside the 10 to about the 9. Caden Johnson
carried the ball
down to the 9-yard line.
That'd be a gain of 3 yards. Bring up a 2nd and 7. The ball inside the 10-yard line now with the Shamrocks on the 9. Clock running. We're down to 11 minutes in the game. Barnesville leading 35-7.
2nd down now from the 9. Long snap. Give it to Johnson right up the middle. He's going to be hit and drugged down about the 5. I'm not sure if he got to the 5-yard line.
Caden Johnson carries.
Could be another gain of about 3.
Hines Ford had a hold up in there. And Hines Ford is listed at 5'8", 160. And he stuck his nose right in there against that 6 foot, 240-pound running back.
He is a wrestler, though, so he doesn't mind. And he's smart enough to go low against those big guys, which he did there as he held on to his legs and let his teammates come in and finish him off.
3rd down and 3 with the ball at the 5-yard line. Fake inside, and Isley now keeps it. He'll fight forward. He may get enough yardage.
I think he's going to get the 1st down.
They did not stop the clock, so they must say, well, now they did stop the clock to look at it, so he's very close. Oh, he's inside the 3 from here. Oh, he's down closer to the 2-yard. Yeah, he's down to the 2-yard line. He get the 1st down easily.
Yeah, you can see that from here. I'm not sure why it took him so long to get that down there, but regardless. And we're down under 10 minutes now in the game.
That was Isley. This may be one of the longest offensive drives I have seen all year for the Pilots.
It's been a lot of 3rd and 4th downs for River in this drive.
Not very many big plays.
No.
You're right. Johnson, he'll get stuffed in the backfield and taken down.
That'll be Tayson Starr leading the way there and cut him under his legs. Brought him down.
Yeah, Kobe Jones also. Looks like they will put the ball down at the 5-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 3 yards.
Ball now at the Shamrock 4.
And that will be 2nd and goal. Is at the closer to the 4-yard line.
So 2nd goal.
This is faked inside to Johnson. Osley wants to try to get the outside. He has nowhere to go. He's going to be brought down, and he's going to lose yardage. That's Ford once again on that tackle. Nice jaw barrel, a nice takedown back about the 7-yard line.
It'll be a loss of 3. And while he was running there, the ball almost slipped out of his hands. He had to concentrate on getting it back, control of it. And by that time, Hines Ford was on him.
Ball at the 7, still goal to go.
This will be the 22nd play of this River drive.
Wow.
And they still have not scored. It started at their own 20. 3rd down and goal. Now high snap. Isley will have to run it down in the backfield. Picks it up. And he'll now be pulled down about the 20-yard line.
And that'll be Hines Ford gets him back there as Isley was scrambling for the ball. And that's 3 or 4 bad snaps. And as we said, River did lose their center earlier in the game.
Yeah, Peyton Blue went out very early in this game, and that's some different times tonight. And a couple times River has been able to make the play despite the bad snap. So now it will be 4th and goal back at the 20, inside 8 minutes left in the game. And I think maybe the Pilots are going to let the clock run down here, and the offense now kind of strolls over toward the side. I would say Coach Flannery is going to use another timeout here momentarily. Not a whole lot for 4th and goal from the 20 in your playbook.
No.
And you can't draw something up here in the dirt on this artificial turf.
So it's 7:29 to go in the game. Barnesville leading 35-7. River has the ball on the Barnesville 20-yard line with a 4th and goal. And what's bad, it started out 1st and goal on the 4.
Right. And coming up here in 7 minutes and 29 seconds of game time will be our post-game report, brought to you by Flag Floors. And during that post-game report, we will have tonight's play of the game. That will be brought to you by West 40 Auto Sales and our drive of the game by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company. So a couple things to take care of here as 35-7 Barnesville has been in control of this game since the closing stages of the second quarter. It was 14-7 there fairly late in the second quarter until Barnesville added 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of the quarter to increase their lead from 14-7 to 28-7. But the Shamrocks have played a very strong game tonight. Back off this timeout now, the Pilots, fourth and goal from the 20-yard line.
Shotgun, hopefully, yep, there's a good snap this time.
Isley steps up, he wants to throw toward the end zone, complete. He's got Bowers, but he'll be brought down about the 3-yard line. They'll get 17, but they needed 20.
That was Tayson Starr.
And Barnesville will take over now. It's 7:21 left in the game, leading 35-7.
And the Shamrocks take the football.
The Shamrocks keeping enough first line guys out there on the field during that possession.
Timeout on the field.
And we're going to get another. We're going to get one more timeout here. It's 7:21 left in this game. 35-7 in favor of Barnesville. We'll step aside for a couple more messages.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
Did you know WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient surgical care close to home? Barnesville Hospital offers the following specialties: endoscopic procedures, foot surgery, gastrointestinal surgery, and general surgery. Let country roads lead you home to WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital for all your surgical needs. To learn more about your surgical options, please visit wvumedicine.org/Barnesville.
We're back here at Shamrock Stadium where Barnesville stops River on a 23 play drive. They had a first and goal on the 4 and ended up with 4th and goal on the 20. Got to pass it only down to the 3-yard line, so Barnesville takes over well deep in their own territory.
23 play possession and you get no points out of it. It's disappointing.
And this will be a short gain here. I'm trying to see.
Tolliver carries the ball.
Looks like most of the starters still in for Barnesville. And that was Tolliver with the carry. And he's going to pick up about 2 on that carry. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 from the 5.
And you really don't want to put a lot of your backups in offensively down here.
No.
When you're inside the 5-yard line where a mistake might cost you a touchdown. So you're going to keep most of your first line people in to handle the ball.
Ball right on Barnesville's own 5-yard line.
And of course, from our vantage point here, down to our left, they are the farthest away from us that they can be.
All right, this will be a quick pass out to Detling, I believe. Or is that Duker? It's going to be a first down catch.
It's Costello.
Costello, okay, so Duker.
He's going to get out to about the 18-yard line.
So that'll be a 13-yard passing play.
And that first down will give them a little bit of breathing room there. Now clock stopping at 6:27 left in the game. 35-7 Barnesville.
Casey Costello, 8 of 9 passing. This will be a pitch to, is that Tayson Starr?
Yes.
Yes, it is. So he's still in there. That'll be an 11-yard gain for Tayson Starr.
Parker Bennett had him wrapped up there, but not until he does get that first down out to the 29-yard line.
It's 122 yards rushing now for Starr on 14 carries. I think Barnesville just got to let the play clock run down. We'll see in the for the Barnesville.
Bodie Carpenter
yes.
now with the play.
Wide receiver.
First time we've called his name tonight.
Bodie's 5'2", 120-pound junior, but very fast. High formation, and we're going to have another flag.
And some movement on the line there. You saw the River player, pointing at the Barnesville player on the line. So it will be a 5-yard penalty, and that will be another penalty taking the ball back to the 24-yard line.
That's 8 penalties now for 60 yards on Barnesville.
Well, anytime.
And at least 4 or 5 of them are on false starts.
Anytime after a game, no matter what the score is, as a coach, you like to have something to bring the attention at the film session, which I'm not sure if the Shamrocks look at the film, what day. Of course, on a Thursday night game, who knows?
Yeah,
what
right.
day
I don't know. Yeah.
Look at, but too many penalties, for Coach Allen's liking, I'm sure.
And this would be Camden Carpenter, and there's going to be a flag down, but he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Most likely a call.
That's 76 yards, but I'm pretty sure that one's coming back.
Yep, I think it's going to be a hold.
Yes,
it is.
And disappointment there for Camden Carpenter. And that was right about the point where he broke the line of scrimmage, so one would think that the holding penalty probably helped him break this. But that's yet another penalty.
70 yards and penalties now for Barnesville, 8 of them. Correct that, yes, 9 of them.
Holding. Offense number 76. 10-yard penalty from the previous.
Nothing like getting your number called now. That's going to be on Dylan Lucas. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 230 pounds.
That's something that they allow the officials to do when they're mic'd through the PA system to call the numbers, the same as they do on college and pro games. So they'll take the ball back now. See where we're going to put it down at the 14-yard line, 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
So that's going to bring up now a first and 25 for Barnesville.
For the first time tonight, the Shamrocks going backwards.
All right, we're down to 5-11 in the game.
First down, as you said, 25 yards to go for Barnesville.
This will be to the first back through. We'll see, I think that's Tulliver, but couldn't tell it.
Tulliver.
Yes, it is. It is Tulliver, and a gain of about maybe 2 yards.
Yes, not much.
Stalder.
Stalder with the tackle, and that will bring now a 2nd and 23.
If not for that holding call, Mark, we would have been into the running
clock
time for the last 5 minutes of this game.
I formation. Tulliver and Camden Carpenter at the tailback. This will be a toss to Camden Carpenter, and he's got some room here. He's going to go, and he will still, and he's going to make it all the way down to the 45-yard line of River.
That's Kobe Jones.
Kobe, my bad. Okay, that looked like a 3 to me. I apologize.
He's across the 50 to about the 43-yard line.
Devin McElwain the tackle.
About 40.
First down Barnesville.
About 40 yards.
Yeah, break.
Pilot 43.
43, okay. Yep, there it's on the 43. 1830.
I got 41.
38, okay, yeah.
I can't add that fast. 43.
All right, so I formation again. Camden Carpenter pitches. He'll hand it off to Tulliver. Tulliver will zigzag through there, and he'll pick up about 6 yards, but there is a flag. Most likely in the holding area. Wow, yes it is.
Holding. Offense number 62. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
And that will be on Braden Butler.
That will take the ball back 10 yards now to the Barnesville territory to the 48-yard line.
So now 80 yards and penalties on 10 penalties for 80 yards. But Barnesville, they are keeping possession here, and it's running the clock down.
First and 19 from the Shamrock 48.
So back behind in their own territory now, the 48 I formation. Camden Carpenter, and looks like we're going to have a timeout, and this will be by Barnesville. So something they didn't like, I think, on that
and I couldn't see
situation there.
Couldn't see if maybe the play clock was running down also.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The first timeout for the Shamrocks.
But that will be a timeout at 3:18 remaining in the game. Barnesville leading 35-7.
And we see down here taking some snaps for Barnesville will be Cole Francis. He's the backup quarterback, a freshman. So maybe we're going to see him in there now and possibly some other players.
I think that may be.
Maybe that's why they called the timeout.
Exactly. That could be the case there. And the week that I was here and saw the Shamrocks during the first week of the season against Buckeye Local, I really thought, the younger group into the JVs did a good job. And Cole Francis, I thought he threw a couple pretty nice passes there in that second half of that game. But it looks like we've got several players in there now as the first unit will step to the sides. And Cole Francis,
try to get some of these players' names.
So after the long run there by Kobe Jones, getting the ball out in the middle of the field, you can get some of these kids in the game for a handful of snaps. Here it is.
I see Carter Caplet at tight end.
Yeah, we'll be first down in about 19.
Montgomery Evans, junior, he'll be in at a tackle.
What's interesting, though, Mark, this year is there's enough freshmen on this team that they have been able to play some freshman games this year.
Yeah, they actually beat St. Clairsville a couple weeks ago, freshmen.
And they have, about every week they're able to play a JV game.
Right.
I don't know about this week if there's a JV game or not.
I'm not sure either. I was thinking there's not.
Yeah, because I
don't think Rivers got enough players, but I could be wrong.
Francis at quarterback.
So Francis at quarterback. I formation. And this will be
24.
That's Craker. Alan Craker the ball.
A couple of yards.
Check that, Logan Craker.
Right to the 50-yard line.
2 yards.
Second down, 17 at midfield.
Right on the 50-yard line, 2nd and 17 for Barnesville. The clock now down to 2:50 in the game. Barnesville still leading 35-7 over the River Pilots.
The tailback in that formation was Evan Carpenter.
Okay, Craker is back there at the tailback. And he will get the pitch to the left. He'll sweep left. He'll get it back. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, Craker is. That's his second carry. And the fullback in there with him is Evan Carpenter. And we'll see if we can see some of these other players in there right now. Dylan Lucas, as we mentioned. And we said Montgomery Evans. Bodie Carpenter bringing the play in. Just very difficult to see some of these linemen. We apologize if you got somebody in there. Just can't see them very well. And this will be a fake, and Francis could go back the pass. He's under trouble, and he's going to get away, and he's going to be dragged from behind, and he will lose. Nope, he's going to get away again, and finally he will get back almost to the line of scrimmage. Wow.
Ball back to the line of scrimmage.
They had him for about 10-yard loss, and he got away, and they had him for a 5-yard loss. He still got away.
Cole Francis worked hard there for that gain, a gain of 0.
0, yes.
It might actually be a loss of a yard. We'll bring up 4th down now. We're under a minute and 15 seconds left. 4th down. They'll let the play clock run down here and probably run a play.
It's down to 13 now, and the clock is down to 1 minute. So we've got about 50 seconds.
Everybody's staying in the huddle. Coach Blake Allen there was standing beside the official, and now asking for a timeout. That comes at 49 seconds left.
Their second.
So they'll allow this group to run one more play, or they will put a punt group in. We'll see here.
Almost looks like they're putting in another whole new offense.
It could be like basically the freshman group, going to go in and get a chance here to run one play on 4th down and 49 seconds on the clock. The challenge for coaching staff here when you're doing mass substitutions always is to make sure that you have 11 players on the field.
Yes, and in the right position. Right now they're looking for a lineman, it looks like. Bryce Allen, main assistant, Blake's brother. He's still going around looking for a lineman. I think they're looking for some people that haven't been in the game yet. All right, and looks like they'll bring in Parker Sabatka.
Looked like Blake Allen basically almost had to go over and grab a kid and drag him onto the field there.
And that was Sabatka. and some of the others in there right now.
If you was a young kid, a chance to get into a game like that, you'd be fighting to get out there, I would think.
Gunnar Disher in there, I see. And
it is going to be a
Evan
punt.
Huff. Now, who's this punting?
56. You got the roster there?
Yes, I do. And this will be Christian Hannes. He's a freshman.
He gets a kick away nicely.
And it's going to get a good roll. And it's got to go all the way down to about the 16-yard line of the River Pilots. So they'll take over 1st and 10 with 39 seconds to go in the game. Barnesville leading 35-7.
And I would think here you would probably run one play for the Pilots and be out of here.
10 from the Pilots, 17.
Pretty nice performance overall for the Shamrocks tonight. You know, the biggest question would be, you know, the first half, you had a couple injuries there to Luke Taylor and Salvador Alvarez. And to the best of our knowledge, they did not return to the field in the second half.
No.
So hopefully they'll be all right next week and ready to go when the Shadyside Tigers come in next week.
All right, we have a new quarterback in here for River. And
I got it here.
You got it there. Okay, number 11. And they're just going to take a knee and let the clock run out.
Wyatt Majors is the quarterback. And he'll give the ball there to, looks like Trey Larrick, and that should do it.
Trey Larrick carried the ball on the last.
And we're inside the last 20 seconds, and the Pilots will just let this clock run out there.
18.
But this River Pilot team, as you look at the schedule they have remaining, Mark, you know, I believe they'll be 7-2 at the end of the year. So they'll be they will be responsible for a lot of bonus points for the Shamrocks.
Yes.
And your computer ratings on that. But you know, nice game here by the Shamrocks tonight. You know, 35-7. And as we said earlier, there the Shamrocks will be home next week with the Shadyside Tigers for Pumpkin Festival week next week, and then that game will be here on WBNV. We'll step aside for a couple of messages. Our final score once again tonight: River falls to the Barnesville Shamrocks. Barnesville 35, River 7.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
Did you know WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital provides a variety of inpatient and outpatient surgical care close to home? Barnesville Hospital offers the following specialties: endoscopic procedures, foot surgery, gastrointestinal surgery, and general surgery. Let country roads lead you home to WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital for all your surgical needs. To learn more about your surgical options, please visit wvumedicine.org/Barnesville.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Back to school means back to early bedtimes. But I'm not tired. Fortunately, there's Pure Z's Kids, mindfully formulated to help your child fall asleep naturally when needed. Pure Z's Kids products are non-habit forming, drug-free, and available in liquid, chewable tablets, and gummies. Give them the rest to be their best. Bye, Mom! Pure Z's Kids, for ages 4 and up. Explore all Pure Z's Kids products at zquil.com.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
High school football.
From ABC Sports.
On WBNV, Barnesville, Woodsfield. 93 BNV.
Back here at beautiful Shamrocks Stadium with tonight the Barnesville Shamrocks stay undefeated at 5-0, and they win their 21st consecutive regular season game as they defeat the River Pilots 35-7. And tonight's post-game report is brought to you by Flag Floors. Recap the scoring. Shamrocks scored first. They took the opening kickoff and drove 9 plays for 56 yards. Casey Carpenter on 1-yard quarterback sneak. 7-0 Shamrocks after Evan Lowe's first of 5 straight extra point kicks. Before the first quarter ended, Tayson Starr capped a 9-play, 79-yard drive with a 9-yard run. Lowe's kick, 14-0 Barnesville into the first quarter. The Pilots came back with a very nice 14-play, 67-yard drive, capped by Ben Bowers catching a 13-yard touchdown pass from Cable Isley. Carson Makers kicked the point. It was 14-7 Barnesville. But right before halftime, 1:49 left, Starr on 19-yard run. Lowe's kick made it 21-7. And then 2 seconds left in the half, Starr hauled in a 13-yard pass from Casey Carpenter. And it was 28-7 Barnesville at the half. And Trey Tolliver added a 4-yard run midway through the third quarter to cap the scoring, 35-7 Barnesville. For our play of the game today, and our play of the game brought to you by West 40 Auto Sales, we go back into the second quarter there. Brody McIntyre just intercepted a pass to give the Shamrocks possession. And on the first play, a double pass as Carpenter threw the ball out to Duker Costello, who heaved it downfield to McIntyre. That play covered 37 yards and a first down and put the Shamrocks in position to score. And then for our drive of the game, we will use that drive. That drive helped seal the win for the Shamrocks, brought to you by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company. That was Starr's 19-yard run to take it in to cap that 5-play, 71-yard drive to make it 21-7 Barnesville. They added another touchdown before halftime, one in the third quarter to win 35-7. Take a second here, maybe one last time to read through our sponsors for tonight. WVU Medicine Barnesville Hospital, People's Bank, Barnesville DQ, Doane Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Hissam Service Center and Towing, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Flag Floors, and WB Green Insurance. We'll step aside for one last time for a couple of messages, and then when we come back, Mark will have some individual stats. Our final score once again is Barnesville 35, River 7. Back with some final stats after this.
Discover excellence at Hissam Service Center and Towing on East Main Street, Barnesville. Family owned since 1974, they're your one-stop solution. Propane, full-service gas, on-off-road diesel, non-ethanol, they've got it all. Expert body shop with free estimates and service garage for oil changes, alignments, AC charging, brakes, and more. Proudly supporting Barnesville Shamrock athletes. Good luck this year. Go Rocks! Trust Hissams for top-notch service and community spirit. It's time to say goodbye to summer and hello fall with the new DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. There's the always festive pumpkin pie, tasty new caramel fudge cheesecake, and more delicious fall flavors than ever right now on the DQ Fall Blizzard and Shake menu. If you're craving fall, you can find it at Barnesville DQ, 402 East Main Street, where happy tastes good. DQ would like to wish the Shamrocks a great season. Go Rocks!
Flag Floors of Barnesville has been delivering superior quality flooring solutions for over 30 years. They feature carpet, vinyl, wood, and ceramic flooring and cater to both residential and commercial customers. They also have custom cabinets, Kensington high-performance windows, and Liberty safes, including handgun vaults. Flag Floors even has a complete line of rental items to help you tackle those jobs and a wide range of cleaners and polishers. It's all at Flag Floors, 324 South Chestnut Street in Barnesville. Call 425-3344. Visit them online at flagfloors.com and like them on Facebook.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
We're back here at Barnesville Shamrock Stadium, where the Shamrocks go to 5-0 on the season as they defeat the River Pilots 35-7. River is now 2-2 on the season. Barnesville, as we said, 5-0. And we'll go through the stats here real quickly individually. Cable Isley, he threw 21 passes tonight. He completed 13 of those for 90 yards. Maddox Mazzina, 1 catch for 4 yards. Lucas Dennis, 5-yard catch. 2 catches for Colton Caesar, 16 yards. Ben Bowers caught the ball 6 times tonight for 50 yards. And Caden Johnson, 3 catches for 15 yards. So a total of 90 yards passing tonight for River and Cable Isley. Again, we said he was 13 of 21. He did have 1 interception tonight, and that was by McIntyre, right, had the interception tonight. And Cable Isley tonight also ran the ball 17 times for 13 yards. On 8 of those 17 carries, he lost yards. And most of those he carried the ball, he was not planning on catching or running, but he went back to pass and then was flushed out and had to run because nobody was open or he was under pressure. And he was sacked tonight 3 times. Ben Bowers tonight, -3 yards on 2 carries. Lucas Dennis, 9 yards on 5 carries. And Caden Johnson tonight, 8 carries for 22 yards. So for River, 41 yards rushing, 90 yards passing, 131 yards tonight from the line of scrimmage. They were penalized 2 times for 10 yards. The Barnesville Shamrocks tonight, Casey Carpenter, the quarterback tonight. He completed 7 of 9 passes. And Duke Costello threw 1 pass and completed it. So Barnesville tonight, 8 of 10 passing the ball. No interceptions. Duke Costello had 3 catches tonight for 80 yards. Luke Detling, 2 catches for 49. Tayson Starr had 2 catches for 25 yards, including a 13-yard touchdown catch. And Brady McIntyre, 1 catch tonight for 37 yards. So tonight passing, Barnesville 191 yards through the air tonight. And the numbers of rushing the ball just as impressive. Casey Carpenter tonight, he rushed 3 times for 6 yards, including a 1-yard touchdown plunge. Cole Francis, the backup quarterback, 1 carry for no yards. And Lyric tonight, 1 carry for 1 yard. Tayson Starr tonight, 14 carries for 122 yards, including 2 touchdown runs, a 19-yarder and a 9-yarder, plus his 13-yard touchdown catch. So he had 3 touchdowns tonight for the Shamrocks. Trey Tulliver tonight, he had 1 touchdown on 12 carries for 67 yards. Camden Carpenter, 1 carry for 7 yards, but he had a 78-yard run for a touchdown called back on a holding penalty. Colby Jones tonight, 1 carry for 41 yards, and Logan Craker, 2 carries tonight for 5 yards. Add them all up, 248 yards rushing, 191 passing, 439 yards from the line of scrimmage for Barnesville, but they were penalized tonight for 80 yards. 10 times they were penalized tonight, 80 yards, so 359 yards in offense, and 2 of those penalties were face masks, 2 were were late hits or unsportsmanlike, and then about 6 or 7 were jumping off sides. So again tonight, the Barnesville Shamrocks go to 5-0 on the season. They are ahead 35, or they won 35-7. They're now undefeated, 5-0 on the season. River falls to 2-1. Barnesville will host the Shayside Tigers next week, and that will be here on WBNV. And Jeff, just another very well played game tonight by the Shamrocks, except for the penalties.
Yeah, and that, once again, that is tonight's post-game report brought to you by Flag Floors. 3 Shamrock touchdowns by Tayson Starr, 1 by Casey Carpenter, 1 for Trey Tolliver. River's only touchdown comes on a reception to Finn Bowers. Evan Lowe, 5 of 5, extra point kicks. Take away, if you don't look at those penalties, everything really went well. But, penalties are a big part of the game as the year goes. So, I'm sure Coach Allen will spend some time next week to try to clean that up. But it's a good performance by the Shamrocks. And I say their 5th straight win this season. That's 21 regular season wins in a row. And they'll look to keep it going next week.
Against the the Shayside Tigers. Again, that will be here on WBNV next Friday. So again, your final score tonight is, as we said earlier, 35-7, and we will be back here again next week. So for this evening and the rest of the weekend, we hope you have a good one. For Jeff Stevens, I'm Mark Brown. Good night, everyone.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.